So, everybody, look, even Marie showed up. Hi, Marie and Julie and Mac and I don't know who else, whoever else is up there. I'm missing a few people there, but hi, everybody. Thanks for coming. I didn't have any guests set up for tonight, so I said, Ben, let's just do an open mic, and he said, okay. So here we are. So I named it Healthcare, the State of Our Nation, and more. So I basically just, it's like
whatever we want to talk about. Whatever we want to talk about.
It's a fancy way of saying open mic night.
I'm studying non-sustained ventricular tachycardia.
Ooh.
So if anyone has questions on non-sustained ventricular tachycardia, this is what I'm getting pimped on tomorrow. Maya.
How is that different than AFib?
It's your ventricle and not your atrium. So it's just a different part of the heart that's spazzing out.
AFib is what you hear people mostly talk about. It's like the common, one of the more common, but VFib happens too.
Yeah, but VTAC is a little different. But
VTAC,
I mean,
but it's just everybody talks about AFib. It's common.
Yeah, because VTAC is because AFibs. You can have it all the time and still be like awake and talking. SVT is something, or like VT, something that like if you have it all the time, you can't really live. So
isn't that just a severe? Isn't that just a severe version?
It's really severe, but some people have it where it's non-sustained, and that's what I'm studying right now. So if it happens sometimes, like that their heart does that and then it stops, you have to monitor them because it can be dangerous. So you need to make sure that you diagnose it so that you make sure that they don't have that happen. But yeah, AFib is less dangerous than VTAC. VTAC, if it's not happening all of the time, you might be asymptomatic. But if it happens all the time, you're probably dead.
Can that be controlled with those implantable defibrillator things like they want me to have?
Yes. And this is what this patient had. Well, he has an implanted defibrillator and a pacemaker, but he went into VTAC and he had to be defibbed 6 times. So something's not right, because you shouldn't have to be like, if you have to be defibbed that many times, there's probably a problem that we need to fix. So he might have to have an ablation, but they're trying to decide if they want to do that or not.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep.
Yeah,
fun stuff.
I'd have the defibrillator by now, but I can't. My end of the bill would be $6,700.
Yeah, that sounds really expensive.
That's my portion. Insurance in Medicare is paying 80%. That's my 20%.
You know how my ex got hers to begin with? Her defibrillator. There was the second one that ever came out that was really, really small. And they were doing like a trial thing with it, and she really needed one and she couldn't afford it. So she did a trial. She did the trial, and I'm going to tell you, I think there was like 15 people or 10 people or something like that they did it with, and 2 or 3 of them died. So she was pretty fucking lucky. And they don't know I don't know if it was like a faulty device or what, but then after they did that, they fixed everything and then implanted the new one in her. So, and it was one of the first ones that it was really small. It's only like this tall and like that thin or something. It's really fucking small compared to the old ones used to be like big square blocks, you know? So these are really small. They're Wi-Fi. You don't have to, the old ones, you'd have to like hold something up to your chest and download it. You don't have to do that with these.
That's good.
You remember those, Ben? You know about those?
No, I don't. I'm just saying it's a good thing that they don't have to do something like that anymore.
Yeah, they would have to go to the doctor every time they needed a reading off it because they didn't have the equipment at home, and they'd stick something up to it and read off of it. So now your phone is attached to the Wi-Fi thing that is specifically for that. Every time you go in your house, every time at night, it downloads everything from that day, unless there's some kind of big event. And then it sends a signal to the fucking device, and they will call you and say, do you need me to call 911? Like they have this really cool fucking system set up for it.
It just pisses me off that here I'm now officially on the list of people who are going to die because I couldn't have a medical thing that is simple nowadays and will keep me alive. But
why don't we just do a GoFundMe for you?
No.
Yeah, like if it's a
Jenny, goddamn, we don't want you to fucking die. Let us help you. We can have that. We can have $6,700 set up for you in a month.
That's too much money.
We've done $2,300 in a week.
No.
So I don't see why we couldn't fucking help.
This is literally for your life. Like,
look, we have a huge community, and if everybody gave $5, it would be done in a fucking week. Like that's how big our community is.
Nope.
You know what? I might just do it behind your fucking back. Watch me. Then you're just gonna have. I'm just gonna throw all the money at you, and then you're just gonna have to fucking go do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a fundraiser. I'll just do a fundraiser on my my fucking Twitch because I'm monetized. Yeah, I'll do a fundraiser for Jenny.
Sweet.
Hey, on your Twitch, when you're setting that up, do you have the option of putting your or delivering your output at different frame rates? You know, like 760 versus 280 versus 160 or
I think so.
Can you set
but
that
I
up?
don't really play with it that much.
Well, see if you can't set it up to do that. Because I've been having trouble on Twitch, and I'm sure other people are too. That for folks that are just at 760, you click on either 760 or auto are your two choices, and that's when I can't watch because it stalls, everything freezes, and I can't hear it. I can't see it. But if I go to chat only, everything's fine. I can hear everybody. I just can't see anything. But if I can choose a lower rate like 240 or
I think you can on the video, like on the actual stream. You can't.
On yours I cannot. On other Twitches I can.
Julie, I knew that she was having shit going on. How's she doing anyways? Like, let me know. Because I would like to know how she is doing. It's
if you can set it at if I can set it at like 260, then it works fine. I can see everything and I can hear everything.
I mean, I can see what I can do. I can go to my dashboard, see if it's on settings.
Okay, I just thought I'd mention
stream.
Tubian, thank you for the Burios. Thanks for throwing those Burios up there. That's always fun.
My Burios.
So Julie said my mother almost died of congestive heart failure a week and a half ago. Let us help you, Jenny.
No.
Yeah, it's
fine. We'll just do it behind your back then. It's okay.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yep.
She's in a physical rehab place doing very well. She has mitral valve stenosis that they're controlling with meds. Okay, good.
Mitral stenosis. That's something you don't usually get unless you had an infection in the past. It's usually
Johan. Hi, bye. You just said bye.
Usually mitral stenosis is usually something we associate with rheumatic heart disease.
Yeah.
After you get strep.
I had an uncle that died of that. This is early 60s.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not as common anymore because people aren't getting rheumatic heart disease as much because we know how to treat strep early. But if you don't treat strep early, that can happen to you, and you can get mitral stenosis.
In fact, this was so early in artificial valves days. Everybody was on pins and needles for the surgery, and it was considered a miracle that he would get this.
Mm-hmm.
And the operation took forever, and it was dangerous, and he might not come out of this, and well, he ended up getting a valve, and it was real early in
yeah, that's good. It's great.
But
we love that.
Ultimately died a couple of years later.
Huh. So Julie, your grandmother or your mother might have had rheumatic fever when she was younger. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
I mean, if she had it as a kid and got this far, that's pretty fucking impressive without having any shit happen with it.
Yeah, my
Just
uncle
saying.
had rheumatic fever when he was a kid, and that's they still attributed his heart problems to that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and Julie said she had it at 13, so she got lucky. Yeah, you did.
Ox.
Being that you've had that diagnosis, I would suggest like making sure you do an annual exam every year and just see your doctor and make sure they check your shit and blah blah blah. Because if you get any kind of funny symptoms, they can send you down and get further testing done, and they can find out all kinds of shit. So it's
if you haven't
might
had
be $100
an
to
echo,
$200 deductible or something, but it's worth it to fucking live. Go ahead.
If you haven't had an echo, you should get an echo. But I'm assuming you already had one if you have a diagnosis of mitral stenosis. But if you haven't, and you just only knew that you had rheumatic fever, then you should probably get an echo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, her mother has the mitral stenosis. She just had, but they both had rheumatic fever when they were kids. So I was just saying you might want to keep an eye on it since it's possible.
Get an echo. Yeah, because if you have a murmur, you need an echo.
What, Jenny?
I got another question, but it's not so much medicine as social and cultural and stuff. Okay, so now you can get on your iPhone this, that little pad that you put your fingers on and can give you an EKG. What the?
No, it gives you blood pressure.
No, they have that. They have some that can give you EKGs.
It gives you an EKG trace.
I wouldn't trust that shit.
I would. The processing power of a phone.
Good for you, Julie.
Is immense today. There's no reason why a phone can't do that. It's minor computing to a phone to do that. Anyways, what is the sense of having that if you're just a consumer? You don't know shit about this trace.
See, it would be nice if you can save it, if you can save the trace and bring it to your doctor, because like there are a lot of people, obviously if there's a real concern, we'll put somebody on a Holter monitor. But let's say you happen to be wearing something that has an EKG on it and you get some heart palpitations, or like you pass out for some reason and you have that saved, you can take it to your doctor, be like, hey, my heart did this weird thing. Can we look into that? And then that can
but how do you know which
clue.
apps you can trust for that?
You
can't tell me they're all good. I don't
No, and
that's
I'm not saying that you can diagnose off of it. But I'm saying
no, but it's something to base it off. Yeah.
Yeah. It would just be something that you can save, take to your doctor and say, something isn't right. This is weird. Can we monitor this?
Right.
And then you can get a Holter monitor, or you can get a 12 lead done in the office, or you can get whatever else needs to be done. But at least don't trust your life to a cell phone. But if you happen to get a tracing during a time when something weird happened, you can show somebody who does know how to do this stuff, and then they can look into it.
I actually have a question about that in a second. Also, let me just say, PSA, if something like that happens to you, go to the fucking ER, not an urgent care. Don't go to an urgent care. It's a Band-Aid station. They only have so much capability.
If you have heart
issues,
go
to a fucking ER and take your phone with you. Go to a fucking ER. Don't call your doctor. Go to a fucking ER. They'll get the report. Trust me. They have to send it to them. You just make sure your doctor's name's on there, and they know who your doctor is, and they will send.
I mean, there's some things that if it is something that happened once, and doesn't ever happen again, you can go to your PCP about that. But if something is actively happening, you need to go to the emergency department. If it happens multiple times, you should probably go to the emergency department. But if it's just a one freak thing, you should go in. But that's something you can probably go to your PCP for.
Okay, so here's my questions. Two things. Weird palpitations, right?
Yep.
And two, that a random feels like your heart flips.
Yeah.
Okay, so how common is that, and how much should that happen or not happen?
It shouldn't. It shouldn't happen.
Your heart shouldn't jump?
Well, like I mean, like not in like a palpitation sense, or not in like a
pause and then a thud and then it keeps going?
That should not happen.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I want to talk to my doctor about that.
Probably,
right.
Yeah.
Here's one I've offered to a few doctors, and not one of them had a comment on what they thought was going on. All my life, I had this thing where I could be sitting, at a desk, laying down. It doesn't matter. I'm inactive. I'm not doing nothing. And I will get this momentary sensation from my heart area of a flutter. It's just blah, 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 and then it's gone. Maybe 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then it's gone.
Well, that's what they call it, a flutter.
And
you need to get an EKG for that.
And it's very, very faint, but it's there. It literally went on all my life until I started to transition, and it lessened a little bit. And then after I had surgery, I've never had another instance of it again.
I mean, I don't have an explanation for that, but it's cool that it resolved.
Isn't that thing though? It's like, what?
I mean, it's something that should get monitored occasionally to make sure that you don't have anything weird. Well, that's just like being hidden. But yeah, I mean, it's cool that it went away. Like, I'm happy you're not dealing with that anymore.
But isn't that it just seems so weird that it was there and now it's
gone?
Yeah,
I don't have an answer for that. I don't know.
Damn it, man. I don't want to tell my doc that shit. She's going to get on my ass about my smoking. She's going to send me for
100%. She's going to get on your case about smoking. Damn. But I'm also not saying that it definitely is something bad. I'm just saying that it definitely needs to be looked at. That's my answer for that. It's definitely something that needs to be looked at. As is most of my advice on, like, to anybody.
Yeah, like, this is the kind of advice I get from my chat. Don't hide it, B. Hit it with pride. Shut up, Ox. Just trying to keep it more professional because we're having a serious conversation, and I don't want anybody to see this later to think we're a bunch of fucking goofballs fucking around. I'm just ADD, and it helps me chill. And I don't want to discredit what Ben is saying because Ben either would know what he's talking about or he's just going to say, I don't know. Ask your doctor. So,
which is pretty much what I'm saying. Go ask your doctor.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'll probably also, more often than not, even if I do have an answer, I'll tell you about what, like, the physiology is, and then I'll tell you to go talk to your doctor.
Do you think that's possible? To being had AFib, same had.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It sounds like AFib.
So what do? They just give you medicine for that, right?
Yeah, they put you on an anticoagulant, usually.
Also known as a blood thinner. It doesn't thin blood.
Because you're at high risk for stroke if you have it. You got to stop smoking.
Rat poison.
So I know you got to stop
as much
smoking.
as I can now.
But yeah, you can manage it. And I think, like, they might have you wear a monitor for a little bit just to, like, see what your heart does.
Doing that shit. It's like old people do that. I ain't doing that shit.
They have young people do it too. Like
you know what I'll do? You know what I'll do is every day I go in the office, I'll be like, Heather, hook me up to the EKG. That's what I'll do.
But the problem is if it happens when you're not there, because, like, if it happens when you're sleeping and you don't know about it, like, that's something that you can pick up with a monitor.
I don't know if
that's why we put people on a monitor, like a 24-hour monitors, to catch shit like that. Because so many times people will be like, my heart did this weird thing. And then they'll come into the office when it's not happening. And then, like, what can I do about it if it's not happening? Like, I need some way to track it. So there are two things that we can do. We can either put you on a monitor, like, and send you home with a monitor, or we can admit you to the hospital and we can watch you on the monitor at the hospital. But that's
okay.
Really
so
expensive.
I'll take one home with me. Okay, I feel you now.
That's how they uncovered my AFib.
Marie's face palming right now. I'm gonna get kidnapped and sold to Mexico.
Oh, Ox wants you to go to Mexico. You can make a lot of money down there. Actually, you know the funny thing about Mexico, they don't make a lot of money, but it's so cheap to live.
That's why rural medicine is the shit.
I met a dude in Mexico and another person in Puerto Rico. I mean, in Costa Rica when I went, and they both were American dudes. And I was like, "Are you visiting on vacation like me?" And they're like, "No, I live here." I'm like, "Oh, really? How did you do that?" And they're like, "Well, I do web design. I could do it anywhere, and it's so cheap to live here compared to where I used to live." Where are you from? One guy was like New York, and I was like, "Oh God, what's it like for you here?" He said, "A quarter of the cost." He said, "So I live here in fucking paradise for bullshit money, and I do all my shit online, and I am banking some shit." He was out spear fishing and cast fishing with nets. That's what he was doing. And I was walking along the beach and I started bullshitting with him. So yeah, he Ox, I'm not going to go for in-house care to get sponge baths by interns. No thanks, I'm good.
Oh, it won't be the interns that give you the sponge bath. It'll be the CNAs, so you're fine.
Ben,
well, the CNAs are usually the younger, hotter ones, so I don't know what.
I know, yeah.
The disadvantage.
So go ahead, go get your sponge baths by your CNAs.
Ben, did I ever tell you the story about how warfarin got its name?
I don't think so, but I've probably heard this before.
Oh, really?
But I don't remember.
I have no clue. I don't
know anything that's going on. I barely remember my own name right now, so.
Because water pill Wharf?
No, it's not a water pill. It's the anticoagulant, or also used.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah.
Also uses rat poison.
And it's also really dangerous to pair with ivermectin. And I did not mention that in my video, which I needed to.
I got tell that real quick, Jenny, because I got something serious to talk to you guys about that I just found out today.
Warfarin, how do you spell it?
Warfarin. Warfarin.
You know, the University of Wisconsin Madison invented that. They have the patent on it and all that stuff. So I guess they make money every time it's sold, but I don't know how much. Probably very little, but something. And the group within the school structure that handles all that kind of stuff is the Wisconsin Alumni Research Foundation, or WARAF.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
cool? Horrible, Ox, and I'm sorry that happened, man.
And their phone number, by the way, is 608-264-2500.
Oh my goodness. Did someone say Wisconsin? I know, that's where all the cheese is, buddy. I used to drive through Wisconsin and get the cheese curds at the fucking truck stop. They always sold them there. They were like 1 day old at the most. They were like fresh, and you're like, oh, fucking fresh cheese.
I always get cheese curds when I go to Wisconsin.
Hell yeah, you have to. It's like a must. I'm glad I'm not the only one. So serious shit. COVID, right? Let's talk about COVID for a second. So we have this couple. They are 36 and 38, I believe. They don't want to get vaxxed. They both caught COVID a few months ago. Thinking, okay, I'm fine now. I caught it once, right? They caught it again. The older one, the husband, ended up in the hospital. He died on Friday night. Wow. 38-year-old man. Healthy, nothing wrong with him.
My last hospital.
There you go, assholes.
Yeah, my last hospital, we had...
And she's probably going to die, too, because she is sick as fuck. And she's going to end up in the hospital any day now. And they refuse. They just won't.
We admitted 2 people to the last hospital I was at. We admitted 2 people. So, like, one of the spouses gave the other one COVID. They're both in the hospital. One of them died. And the other one was still in the hospital with COVID. So, yeah, lots of things are happening like this. And people are too busy arguing on my YouTube channel about ivermectin. So,
I've been noticing on Twitter there are more and more people that are posting things that basically say, okay, look, we got all this going down with this hurricane and people need help right now.
Yes.
Broken bones, all this shit. Why don't we kick all the people out of the ICUs who were anti-vaxxers? And
because then they'll spread it to other people.
Let me tell you a fact. First of all, they have COVID wards.
ICU on ventilators, kick them out and they'll die.
Oh, well, yeah. No, but here's the thing. And people, these hospitals have been to a point here for a long time of fighting for ventilators because they're getting more and more cases. And every time we open shit back up and then we close it down again because you have a bunch of cases, that's what's going to keep happening until people fucking get vaccinated. Number one. Number two, these doctors are getting to the point where they're deciding, okay, I have this one ventilator.
Mm-hmm.
And because I read a documentary on, and this doctor was saying, if I have one ventilator and I have two people and one of them's been vaccinated, I know who has the best probability of living. I'm going to give it to that person. Like, that's just the way it is. And the other guy's going to suffer until we get him somewhere or get a ventilator for him. And that's just the way it is. There's no, it would be like having a heart. You have a heart in your hand. Donor heart. Mm-hmm. I got two people that match this. This guy over here is a fucking alcoholic and, has just done nothing with his fucking life. This person over here is a 27-year-old med school student. Who the fuck you think is going to get it? They make decisions like that all the time because they have to. They have to decide on you don't just take a heart or any donor, anything for granted. And that's what's going on with these ventilators. People are just acting like it's not a big deal, and it's a fucking huge deal.
None of us would get the heart because we're all trans.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Here I would.
Yeah, probably not.
As long as I'm in this state, I probably would. Well, we'll find out one day if I ever need a kidney. I'll let you know. We'll see what happens. All about T week. It's testosterone week, apparently.
Yeah. Apparently.
I just got an email, I swear to God.
But apparently I'm stupid, so according to the people that comment on my YouTube channel.
Oh, you are?
I literally got one person that didn't even pose an argument. He literally just commented, "You don't know shit." And I'm just laughing at him.
And where did
nice, it's 2 weeks.
And where did he get his plumbing degree?
Wait, what?
Focus, damn it.
Where did he get his plumbing degree?
I don't know. But it's just
anyways.
It's I can choose to cry about it, or I can laugh at these people that think they know shit. So I'm choosing to laugh at them. Because it's not a reflection of me, it's a reflection of them. That they're dumb as shit and choosing to be dumb as shit. So
I think it's funny that I'm trying to start my tea on the 1st. And on the 3rd, they're doing a Zoom panel open discussion where everybody can just join and listen and ask questions and stuff for free.
Oh, where is that?
It's online. It's a Zoom event.
Yeah, how do you get into it?
Through Plume, Plume. Do you want me to?
I go through Plume.
DM me your email and I'll send you a link.
I don't know if I'm going to have time.
Just send it in Twitter.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Well, yeah, but then I didn't want to. Well, never mind. I'll do it. Hold on.
I don't want you to have my email. You might send me dick pics and stuff.
I don't even have one yet. How could I do that? I could send you dildo
I'll
and
send you other
pics.
people's dick pics.
I could send you Packer pics if you want. I mean, if that,
I'll send you other people's dick pics.
I'll do it. I mean, I'm in my underwear right now. When do you want it, now or later?
Woo, woo. Ooh, crotch shot. Yeah, that's what we're hot for. Yeah.
Julie said, "You are awesome, Ben. Can't you do both? Can I do both what? Julie, I don't understand.
Send Packer pics and other people's dick pics.
Oh, yeah, I can do both, Jenny, if you want. Mine's gonna look cleaner and newer, though.
No, you can not.
I'm just gonna steal screenshots from Pornhub and send them.
Oh, hold on, just a second. Let me go to the link, and then I'll copy that link. Hold on.
There's actually very little porn or nudity imaging that I really find interesting or nice to look at because of the artistic value of it. It's so poorly done by most 99% of the people who do it.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Julie. I could start my tea on the. I'm sorry, Jenny. I totally interrupted you. I apologize. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. Go ahead. Continue.
No, finish what you're saying.
No.
No, I was being rude. I'm sorry.
I'm done.
You're never done. You're Jenny. That's why I love you. No, that's what I was saying, Julie. I think it's cool that I could start on the first. And although I know so much about it already because my son's already done it, and he told me everything as everything was happening, pictures and big discussions until he kind of started leveling out a little bit at the 10-month mark, and then he doesn't say much about it anymore. So I'm sure next exciting thing that happens, he'll tell me about, But at first, the changes were so quick that, God. I know. I love you too, Jesus. You have to do this while I'm on streaming. Do you have to? Do you have to? Ox, I like it. Get our new peckers will be virgins again. Ha ha!
Heck yes.
Yes, I'm a virgin. Oh, I'm so fucking using that. I'm a virgin. I just need somebody to fuck.
Ox, that's not always a good thing, like I reached that status too when I had my surgery, and so now I'm a 67-year-old virgin.
Look, that is so funny because then I could be like get in bed with them and like do amazing, and they'll be like, holy shit, you were born for this. I'll be like, right? Oh, Julie, you loves the kitty. I love him too. He's my big lump of fluff.
So I just saw something on Twitter.
Yeah, he's only a little 16-pound guy.
So
What's that?
this is a nurse practitioner. I don't know where, but they say, so the ED is out of space, so now we're using buses as more ED rooms.
Really?
Buses.
They got to do shit like that. It's heated.
Buses.
It's cooled.
Yeah.
It's anything mobile you can do.
I mean, it's better than the parking lots that some of the hospitals are using. So,
okay, so
some people have been converting their parking garages into COVID units.
So, I'm gonna bring somebody new on that I invited in after they showed up on my stream, my chat a few times.
Who's coming?
And it is Divine. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How about you guys? Everybody doing okay?
Hello.
Yeah, doing good. We're just chill. We're talking about like health stuff and testosterone and new peckers and I don't know. We're just talking about all kinds of shit.
Yep.
Shit. I'm not that much of a smartass, so bear with me.
Don't worry, we'll make up for it. Or this is a bunch of panel full of smartasses right here.
Well, I always like a challenge, and people may not know that much about me. I mean, it's my first time here, so yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself so everybody knows who you are? Because we all know each other. So.
Well, I go by the name of Divine. I come from a community that not many people quite understand, which is like the hacktivist part. Yes, I'm actually one of those.
The what?
I did an interview with
Hacktivism.
Hacktivists.
Oh, hacktivists. Nice. Carry on.
Former. I'm not doing it anymore. Nowadays, I'm just wandering around YouTube land and, just getting in panels and just trying to get a feel for them. I did an interview recently with Holy Spackle, which goes into the whole history of who I am as a person, in a sense. I mean, if I were a mod, I could put the link, but maybe I can put it in
That's
the
okay. I'll
chat
get Ox
if
to
I'm
do
allowed.
it. Ox, go over to the Holy Spackle's channel for me and grab that link for Divine's interview and throw it in here, please, when you get a chance, sir. No, I have good mods. They'll do all that stuff for me. Yeah, Ox is like he's my number one guy. He knows he's got links to all kinds of shit. He's one of those guys.
Oh yeah,
and pictures of Jesus.
And pictures of Jesus cut up for a butcher.
Yep. Ox did that for us.
And you know what? The outcome was this: that communion wafer bread things and
nasty.
wine do not mix.
So nasty.
They do not mix.
But,
it's so gross, dude.
The leftover wine that I had that did not go into the
there you go.
into the thing was great in my pot roast. It was delicious.
Ben's like, I got leftover wine. I'm not gonna drink. I'm gonna make a pot roast. I said, bro, did you sear it on all the sides? Yeah. Seared it, and then I'm gonna cook it down a little bit and get all the stuff off the bottom. And then I was like, yeah, dude, that's gonna be a good roast.
Yeah,
that's when you know somebody knows how to make a roast.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Good shit. I like cooking. I just hate cleaning up.
If
somebody would come behind me and just clean up my mess every time, I would cook every night.
Did
we have a question in the chat about hacktivism.
Did you throw in carrots with the roast?
I did. Carrots and potatoes.
Taters.
I love roast carrots with a beef roast. They're just
so good.
They're fucking wonderful.
All right, Divine, that question's for you. First of all, what are your pronouns?
They.
Perfect. Thank you.
Them.
Right. So we're all like Ben and I are he's and Jenny is she, of course. But okay, I just wanted to ask. So what does a hacktivist do? I have an idea, but I'd love a deeper explanation from Mac.
Well, hacktivist is a complicated because it's like activism, but behind the computers. And in a sense, it's kind of like using the tactics of hackers, but for the cause, mainly.
Nice.
Does that mean you go after, say you're an activist that supports LGBT? Would you then go after like a brigade of TERFs or something like that, and hack and
basically
hack
basically the overall objective is if there's like a human rights violation per se, what's happening in Afghanistan. Let's put that as an example. So basically, there would be a bunch of people, if they have the skills to do it, we would come together and fight for the cause for whatever reason it may be. And I mean, you can trace that back to history. All of you, I'm pretty aware you guys know of Anonymous. I hate using them as an example, but they're the most known. So that's where if you want an example, that's basically the prime example of a hacktivist.
Okay, cool.
Now with me, I was a member, but not as a hacktivist, because at that point I've retired, because I did my own shit before, but I retired from that and I joined as in a humanitarian activist capacity, shadowing for Street Medic. So,
well, that's cool, and commendable and awesome. So
yeah, thank you.
I'm too stupid to do shit like that. You know what I do? This is my activism. This is my daily activism. If someone questions me, instead of getting angry, or if a child says, are you a she or he or whatever, instead of getting angry, my cat is playing with my cord on my camera. Sorry, guys. Instead of getting angry, I say, no, it's fine. And I talk to the kid and I explain it to him. That's what I quit. Dude, I'm going to kick your ass. So that's my form of activism, because the parents are always like, or the person around is like, oh my God, you shouldn't say that, and I'm like, no, it's okay. And they're like, oh, really? And I'm like, well, yeah, that's how they learn. You learn by asking questions. So I'll let them ask, and that's what I've always done. That I've done that since 2003. I came out in 2001 as being a lesbian. And then by 2003, I was like, you know what? I don't care what these people think. I know who I am. So I just started answering questions instead of being offended by them. And I've just been doing it ever since.
I think that's best, actually. I mean, anybody who wants to educate people in communities that are like disenfranchised or misunderstood, I think that's the first step. Because otherwise, absolutely. How can a society grow? Right. I mean, if all of the gay people think all the straight people are mean, and all of the straight people think all the gay people are mean, we're never going to get along. And we really, to better our society and to better the United States and to stand up against our government and fix shit that should be fixed that's wrong right now, we need to all get along. That's why they want to keep us divided, I swear. They want to keep us divided so we don't agree and we don't stand up against them. The more divided we are, the weaker we are. So they're just going to, every couple of presidents, you get somebody throwing shit, starting some kind of crap or something. And it's just the way it is. It is, and I think, I mean, if we're going to talk about the perspective of how my community, or community that I came from originally would say, the people should not be afraid of the government. The government should be afraid of its people, and that's absolutely true. Because at the end of the day, the government works for the people, and that should be, in the ideal world, that's what it is. But unfortunately, life right now, it's not like that. And it's sad, to be honest.
It's nowhere near that. The entire government, we pay them. They're on our payroll. They work for us. And I think that it's about fucking time we made them do it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the only way we're ever going to do it is we bind together. And that's one of the reasons, not only because I think we should all just get along and be friends anyways, because that's my ideal. Like, if you want to say heaven for me, just everybody get along. That would be heaven for me. And that's one of the reasons why I want to connect other people, and I don't mind having new people on, because we need to do it. It's the only way we're all going to survive this shit. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think for my generation, the way I came up things, we already seen enough to the point that we kind of are disappointed in the government, but that's just from my opinion. I don't know how other of my peers will feel.
Right.
I do think that future generations, there may be some type of hope, but
I agree.
Personally, for me, I sort of doubt, because I mean, and this goes back to George Floyd, I think, because I was looking at the protest at the time, and at the time I wasn't with, I was doing my own thing with my own group, and I would send people that I knew were trained professionals to help the protesters, because everything was rough at the time, and it was the heat and everything. Yeah. So long story short, they will come back with me with stories saying that this is something that needs to happen, that people need to come together and fight for what they think it's right, because if they don't do it, who will?
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's the thing. There's always, most of us have no capability of going beyond a certain point of activism, and then we're stuck. Whether it's like financial issues, or I can't run around and do this, I have to work and pay bills, or whatever, And I feel like the more rich people become, those people forget. They forget because they're in a whole different category. They get sucked into that damn societal bullshit that they have to do this and have to do that, and they get sucked into it, and they're trying to keep up with the Joneses, and they forget. I think they just forget. Because then they don't come, like, you have a handful of people, of course, we hear, there's probably more, and we hear about a handful of famous people like go back to their own neighborhoods and clean stuff up or build a community center or whatever. But God, it should happen way more.
It should, but it doesn't. And that's because complacency, I think. I mean,
agreed.
People at some point in time, when they have like everything that makes them comfortable, they become complacent. This life that I've led, and many others that come from the community that I came from, it's not for everybody. And it takes a whole lot out of you. And, not just from the what I used to do aspect, but just activism in general. There's people that cannot lead the lifestyle. For them, it's a lifestyle, and they know nothing else. So,
right.
At some point, it does come to a point where you kind of want to walk away. But at the same time, it's like, how can you when you still see fucked up things in the world? So it's a question of the individual.
Yes, Ox. I love that movie, by the way.
I mean, that's where Anonymous came from, believe it. So it's like, I mean, I don't know if any of you noticed that quote, but I took it from that movie because, well,
put that Ox back up.
Oh, okay. I'll give you the original, Jenny. I'll just read them to you. Hold on. Original was quote from Thomas Jefferson. He said or wrote, when government fears the people, there is liberty. When people fear the government, there is tyranny. And then that was changed for the movie V for Vendetta to people should not be afraid of their government. Government should be afraid of their people. So yeah, it was a quote.
Yeah, and
Ox
I took
nailed
it
it.
from that because I was one of the many who watched that movie. I mean, but I didn't join Anonymous until later much, so kind of was by myself for a little while with my own group at the time. But that interview kind of explains the backstory, how I came into YouTube communities and such like this.
Right. Well, no, welcome, and you're always welcome here. I'm fine
I appreciate it.
I like people who can laugh and know how to think, and are friendly to each other and shit. That's what I'm all about here. So yeah, you're always welcome. Also, anybody in the chat that wants to come in and have a conversation, let me know. You can either hit me up on Twitter or let me know here, and I'll get a link to you somehow. So
we're about to have mukbang time. I just gotta wait for my dinner to heat up.
Are you heating up the roast?
Tempting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking bastard. Fuck you, dude, with your friend. You know what? Look, so over the weekend, on Saturday, I went over to Heather's house, like I told you about. I was cutting the bottom off her closet doors for her kids.
Mm-hmm.
And
sure, that's all you were doing.
That was, unfortunately. Anyways, I shouldn't say that. Because she does jump in my chest sometimes.
She does.
Anyways, so the point is, that's why I only talk about it on your channel, Ben. So the point is, I got done with that, and she said, I'm going to bring some money to work on Monday. I said, don't you dare. I said, I'm not taking any money for this. And she said, I got to give you something. I said, I don't take money from friends and family. And I said, so I'm not taking any money from you. And she said, I'll bring you food in on Monday. And I said, deal. I will always get paid by food. So she brought this food in for me. She's like, I made you this kind of steak and potatoes, and there's onions and peppers that are all fried up. You can put that on them when you heat it up. And I was like, that's great. So then Dr. Deb comes in, and she brings in a pot of rice in a Instapot and a big ass tub of Tom Gai soup, homemade. Like she made it. It was fucking. I haven't tasted anything that good since I was at a Bangkok restaurant in Ohio, where it was actually like a little small mom and pop place. It looked like it was really junky when the outside and when you started walking in, but they had the best it was just an old restaurant.
Those are always
the best food. Oh my God.
The best places are the little hole in the wall places that you never would expect.
You know how I know it's good? Every time we went in there, it was full of Thai people.
Yeah.
They went there for, like that's how you know it's good, when the people that are indigenous to that type of food go and eat there. You know, it's good. Yeah, so she brought a big pot of that, and I said, Heather, I'm going to eat this shit because it's already like sitting out and ready, and I'm going to eat your lunch tomorrow. And she was like, that's fine. No insult, but this is already ready, and I have to eat the other shit up.
But for real though, pot roast is like one of the best things to make. Like if you're like single and don't want to cook the rest of the week, because like it's cheap to buy like a big thing of meat, and then like no time at all, just put it in the Instapot, let it do its thing all day, and then I have enough meat to last me the week. Like it's perfect. And I get vegetables in there too. So it's like I'm getting all the nutrients I need. And like it took me no time and almost no money. So,
and it's way better for you because it's not loaded with a bunch of fucking preservatives.
And it's pretty great. And I got this meat I got short dated as well, so it was like cheaper. I cooked it same day I bought it. Yeah, I cooked it the same day I bought it, so it's not gonna go. I either freeze it or I cook it the same day.
Yeah, that's what that's what I do. I'll buy it and throw it in the freezer, and then, when I go to defrost it, I'll just throw it in marinade and throw it in the night before I'm gonna make it or whatever. And I'll just throw it in the fridge and just let it sit there. And as it defrosts, all that marinade just soaks right into it.
That's a good idea. I had not thought about that.
That's how I do it. Yeah,
idea. I need to do that to my steak.
Well, because with steaks, you should really marinate steaks. I know we jump around a lot, Divine, don't we? You should really marinate steaks at least 4 to 6 hours, and you should tenderize them first. Put a salt coat on them, and then throw them in whatever marinade or rub or whatever you're going to put on them. And then you want to at least let them, but I like to let them sit 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, and I'm excited about steaks now because I used my birthday money to buy cast iron pans.
See, just so you guys know, my Wi-Fi is acting weird. I see a little warning up here, so if I disappear, just carry on without me.
But I got cast iron pans now. I got cast iron for my steaks now, so
rock on.
Because I don't have I have grills, but I got to share them with the rest of the apartment complex. So I'd rather just use my cast iron pans.
Yes, Julie. Any kind of food that has been cooked over a long period of time is better after you get it cold and warm it back up. I don't know why. And any Italian homemade, like red sauce, the second day it's always better.
Speaking
so
of
every time I used to make it, I would make like double what I needed, so I could put it in the fridge or in the freezer and then use it again later. Yeah, that's how you do it.
Damn right.
Damn right. Damn right.
Y'all are making.
You like cooking, Divine?
I'm
sorry.
Hungry with that shit.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my new friend.
No, it's all right.
Cast iron pans. Right? I know, right? Julie,
like
the fact
cook.
is I have some cast iron pans too. I just don't use them because I don't have enough.
I like to cook, man. I mean, I have a shitload of recipes. I remember that I was talking on DMs one time, and all we did was sharing recipes. Like, I'm not bullshitting. That was like the favorite pastime of mine. But
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No, it's not. It actually allows me to learn different foods from different cultures and shit, and I like that.
The funny thing is when growing up, we were like pretty fucking poor, but the way we survived was we had a garden. We lived on a farm and we had a garden, so it was just a little family farm. So we ate from harvest all the way through till the time when we started planting again, basically till like May. We would eat off of farm food, and we'd like blanch and can and blah. My mom did all that shit. She was fucking amazing. And we just helped her. We like prep shit, and then she did all the canning. She didn't want us burnt by the hot water and shit because, pressure cookers back then were really dangerous. They didn't have release valves on them. They had those little weird ones that if you pushed it wrong, you'd like burnt the shit out of yourself. Anyway, so now these days they're like really safe. It's incredible. Anyway, so she would do all that, and then in the summertime, while we were waiting for things to grow so we could start harvesting again for about 2 or 3 months, she had to buy groceries. And there's this place down the road in the town down the road from us. It was like a 35-minute drive because we lived out in the middle of nowhere. And it was called Garden Fresh Foods. And we called it Garbage Fresh because we had to go in there and like pick through things. We were like, this isn't fresh. The fuck is this? Because we were used to eating off the farm. So we knew what fucking fresh was, And they'd say fresh lettuce. And we'd be like, more like 1 week old lettuce, So we always like made jokes about it.
I grew up the same way. I mean, I lived in a shitty projects, so it was a different.
Yeah, I just lived in the projects of the country. There just wasn't as much crime. Yeah, so like we were all dirt poor, man. We were dirt poor, and you had to walk farther to get to your buddy's house. Like that was the difference.
You live in a shit old project, and you see crime, and you see all these things, and you're like. Oh, it gets depressing, but the way
I'm sure.
it kind of gave some positivity was cooking food. Because at the very least, even though we couldn't afford much things, but hey, at least there's some food on the table.
Yeah, and having some good food with family, that's good shit.
Oh yeah, and when I was able to travel, and I really saw other countries and how poor they can be, it's like how I grew up is nothing compared to what other countries have to deal with. And I can share a story if y'all allow me to. I mean,
go for it.
Well, I was in the Americas, meaning Central America and South America one time. I was pretty young, and I remember me sitting on one of the porches of a little market. It was like a run-of-the-mill market, just drinking water because it was hot as fuck outside, right? And then I would see a little boy, I think around 8 years old, just walking to the market saying, "Can I get, like a little, how do you say this, like one of those cup noodles, soups and shit that you normally get here for a couple cents?" So the person who was at the store sold it to him, and I asked because I was friends with the owner by that point, and I said, "What's going on with him? Why did they just send him alone?" And he told me, because the mother said send him. Because that soup was going to feed 5 people. including the kid. So that soup has to, feed 5 people. And I'm like, how the fuck is that soup going to feed 5 people, the mother and her
It doesn't.
kids? And it doesn't. But then that's when it hit me. It's like, oh my God. Like, there's people actually who fucking have it worse. And then that's when my ego of sorts of, I'm like, I'm that only person on earth kind of diminished. And it's like a culture shock. And that's when I'm like, okay, this is fucked up. But that's how I learned. And it opened my eyes to the world in a sense,
Yeah,
but
rock on.
That's kind of the story. So that's how I appreciate food a lot more.
And that's the thing that really. So I got a crawl in my gullet, as we used to say out in the country. I don't understand how, like, okay, don't get me wrong. I get frustrated. I'm at work. Someone's being a dickhead on the phone, or it's the same person calling 4 times a day for the same prescription when I already told them it probably wouldn't be ready for tomorrow because they waited till the last minute, and they're going to keep fucking calling me, and I get frustrated. But I know at the end of the day, and right after I get frustrated, I kind of go, God, why am I frustrated right now? I have such a good life. I have such a good life. I don't have anything to bitch about. There's people bitching about fucking wearing masks. Find another cause. Won't we bitch about homeless people? Won't we bitch about lack of health care in rural areas and in poor city areas? Why don't we bitch about the lack of fucking the over policing or the lack of policing in other areas where people just get killed and they don't do a fucking thing because they're like, well, I didn't see it. They just don't do anything. There's so much more to fucking worry about. And people want to worry about put a fucking piece of goddamn cloth on their faces. And by the way, they let everybody use masks that really are not the right mask. You should be wearing a KN95. If it doesn't say KN95 on it, and you're not fucking making sure it's fitted properly to and snug to your face, all the shit, all the fucking bandanas, and it does nothing. It does nothing. And they let people get away with that because they know that KN95s aren't just coming out of the fucking woodwork. They're really hard to find. It's really hard to find because the hospital. Yes, that's exactly right.
Better than nothing.
And they cost $5 to $10 a piece.
Yes, they do. They're very expensive. Yes, abso-fucking-lutely. And the shitty thing is you can only wear them for so many days, and then you have to take them off and leave them off for like 10 days, and then you can wear them again. Or something like that. You have to cycle it. I can't remember exactly how they did it when I was doing the COVID testing, but we had to cycle our masks. So we had like a paper bag with our name on it, and we would put another mask in a paper bag and then put it inside that paper bag. And then the next one you do that with, and then you could pull the old one out. I don't remember how many days. Maybe it was 3 days or 10 days, but it was long enough for whatever, if there was a virus on the mask for it to die off was the point behind it. I don't know if that's worthy, but still, you can't just, people wear them for months and they're walking around and the strings broke and they're black on the outside. I'm like, dude, you might as well just take it off. That's not stopping shit, So because there's nothing else you can do about it, because people either A, can't afford it, or B, can't find it because the hospitals use them so much. Like the docs I work with, they had a fit trying to get KN95s for months and months. If there was a couple months they shut down their office because they didn't have any KN95s and people weren't vaccinated and they were shutting shit down. They were like, all right, that's it. And they shut their office down and did phone calls and tried to help people long distance. And it was fucked up. But anyways, the point is, I don't even remember where I was going with that now. Oh, the point is that there's far worse things than having to wear a fucking mask. Like seriously, there's so many other causes out there you guys could. All this energy that people are putting into this. I want it, bro. Oh. Anyways, all the energy people are putting into anti-mask protests and anti-vaccine and running around and yelling at people and school boards. God, if you guys put that into just one cause, what we could do. What we could do.
You want to know why? I can tell you why. Because it's not happening immediately in the vicinity. That's literally what it is. If they don't see it, it's ignorant to them.
Say it again.
If they saw it, here's the thing. If it's not in their vicinity, if it's not affecting them personally, Why would they fight for it? It's not.
Oh no, I know that's what it is. Oh, absolutely. I just didn't hear the term you used you said something at the very beginning, like the first half of the sentence, and your microphone clicked, and I couldn't understand.
Oh, my AirPods are shitty, so I do apologize for that.
Oh no, it's not that bad. It's fine. It's no big deal.
Yeah. But it's that literally, because it's like but what I always tell people is, just because you don't see it does not mean it's not happening.
Because Nathaniel, they will help some. They will help with spreading general shit. It'll keep people from sneezing out in the air in front of everybody. So it is better to sorry, I meant to highlight that. It is better to wear a regular like cloth mask that you buy in a store, or you can get, there's some that have like carbon filter inserts. I don't know how much that'll help. I've heard different things about that. It's better than
nothing, because at least you're stopping droplets.
Exactly my point. The carbon will absorb the droplets, so it doesn't just go right through. So if you guys want to be safe and you can't go hold a KN95s, go buy the cheap little masks that have, some of them have a pocket. They might be like $5 or $10. Matter of fact, I got 2 masks online with a pack of 20 sets of carbon filters for $20. It's $20 and it'll last you for months. And you can literally, those are better. Handkerchiefs that hang off your face and don't seal around your face, you're just stopping spittle. It's not going to stop anything else. It needs to be over your nose and around your chin, and it doesn't necessarily have to be extremely tight, but it should be, fit to your face as much as possible.
And put it over your nose too.
God, yes.
Yeah, put it on your nose.
This is not where they go. This kills me too.
We understand that it makes it harder for you to pick your nose, but it still needs to be done.
Slide it up underneath the side. That's what I do, Jenny. No, people. So let's think of it like this. Okay, so when they swab you for the virus, where do they swab you? They swab it up your nose. So they're like, oh yeah, we get the best stuff right up in there. So people are walking around with it underneath your nose and sneezing. Like, you fucking idiots. Seriously. Like, if you're gonna uncover something, cover your nose and uncover your mouth. That would be better. That would actually be better. You'd have like at least a 2% better chance of not spreading it. Fucking idiots. Yes, Gorilla duct tape works. Yes, Ox. I would not suggest covering, although some of them I'd like to cover their nose and mouths with it.
Ox, you want
Gorilla Black duct tape is the best you can buy.
That shit is the bomb.
It holds like fucking nothing else.
My buddy, part of his, on like the newer cars, you get that part underneath of your fender, and it'll be like plastic or whatever. They have like those beauty pieces on some. Well, he had a Jeep Cherokee, and it was one of the older versions, and they didn't have the solid. It had the little beauty thing underneath the fender instead of the solid fender. And somebody fucking bumped into him at a damn McDonald's. They hit his hitch in one side. And he was like, your car's destroyed because of my hitch. I'll take care of my little beauty piece, right? So he was like, I got to get something to pull this up with. And he had gone to lunch during work, so he just dug in the back of his vehicle, and he found some Gorilla Tape. He had those 2 pieces of Gorilla Tape on there for like 4 months in the middle of the winter in Ohio with salt and snow and everything hitting the side. And he'd go, oh, it's getting loose. And he'd wipe off some dirt and then move it over. I watched him move it 3 times, and it still fucking held that goddamn piece. Like right behind your rear tire where all the snow's getting kicked up, it held it on. used pieces of Gorilla Tape. Joe, what is up, Joe? How are you, buddy? Joe Divine, do you know Joe?
I do not know Joe.
You should go follow everybody that's into people that stand up for the little guy. Go follow Joe Cool. I brag about him every time because I fucking love him. Go follow Joe Cool. What he does is he listens to police scanners, and when they pull people over and shit and are fucking with citizens, he goes over and records them, him and his buddies. They have cameras and cell phones and everything. And he marched up through he's out of Chicago. He marched up through a bunch of BLM peaceful protests because I saw the fucking videos from what he did. I watched that shit, and I was there rooting for him. He just didn't know it. But anyways, he'll go into places and call them out on shit, and he'll stand there and tell the cops, hey, what are you doing here, man? What's going on? What's your badge number? No, you have to give me your badge number.
Oh, I know.
He knows the fucking laws.
He's an auditor.
He's a smart fucking dude, and he's the coolest fucking pothead I've ever seen going around, running around. Yeah, he monitors the cops, and they fucking know him.
Yeah,
like, he'll walk up and they'll go, "What's up, Joe?" Like, they fucking know him because he does it so much. And he knows, like, they'll be like, go past here, and he's like, all right, and he stays there.
It's not the first channel I've heard. I mean, I do follow some auditors myself. I see their shit. Yeah, I see. So, you know, I will watch Joe shit. So I'll leave a comment.
I love watching sovereign citizens get arrested for being assholes.
Oh, no, he doesn't get arrested because he knows the laws. He knows how far he can push it and without getting in trouble.
He's not a sovereign citizen, though. He's like, soft sits are different. Soft sits think that the law doesn't apply to them.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right, Nathaniel. I shouldn't have said that. I didn't mean nothing. I just meant that really the best thing to do is get something with a really thick filter, no matter what that is. I had this old Russian guy that used to come into work all the time at my last job when I worked at fucking shithole CVS. And he came in there and he had a fucking painter's mask on with the carbon filter. He wasn't playing. He's like, nope. Because I looked at him one day and he goes, he get close to me and he yelled through the mask, "I have a bad immune system. I'm not playing with this." And I said, "Good for you." And every time he came in, he had brand new filters on and he had a painter's mask and it sealed totally to his face. And that's brilliant. You can always use that if you're scared or if you have some kind of immune issues. So,
except the painter's mask doesn't necessarily have cartridges that will filter down to the size of a virus.
You have to get the finest particulate. I can't remember what they're called. It says something particulate on the filters. You have to get the right kind of inserts. But they do have like fine particulate filters or something. Now, could the COVID get through? Absolutely. It still might get through, but it's still better than wearing a goddamn bandana on your face.
But they need to have something that filters down to like nanometers and things like that.
Well, that's why I suggested getting the carbon ones.
Finer.
Because they'll catch
carbon. Carbon is nothing special.
No, but it catches moisture. It will catch moisture.
Everything in the mask will catch moisture.
Well, not that small.
Sure it will.
I mean, the regular, you guys see the blue and white masks? They're blue on one side, on the outside, white in the middle, and they're like papery. Mm-hmm. Those are actually made to catch that shit. They are all made like with this electrostatic kind of. They do some kind of thing to them. I don't know anything about it. I'm not a goddamn fucking scientist.
It's a slurry of material that is blown against basically a screen, and it forms and makes a sheet that they then can cut up into whatever shape and thing they're doing.
Well, there you go. And now those are not as good as K95s, obviously, because they have gaps around them, blah, blah, blah. But if you guys can get a hold of those, and if you walk up to any doctor's office, or you can walk into Walmart where I live, and they'll be like, "You need a mask?" Fucking take one. Anywhere you are, they walk in and just walk in without a mask. Tell them you need one. They'll give you one. Free mask. Like every place, I don't know about everywhere else, but where I live, everywhere around here is like that, except for
they make us
restaurants and stuff. You got to bring your own.
They make us wear our masks during our cardio rehab sessions. And we get, well, I don't know about the other people. I don't pay attention to them. But I get so worked and hot and sweaty, baby, that I have to bring 3 masks with me. I get them completely drenched to the point where you breathe in and out and they seal up against your face and actually seal, and you cannot breathe through them. They're so moisture laden.
Yeah. Because you're sweating. And, I don't even know. That might defeat the whole purpose of it if it's all wet. I have no idea. It might catch more shit. I have no fucking clue. Never talked about a sweaty mask before. This is my first. So, anyways, I just want everybody to be careful, and I want everybody to get vaccinated and fucking. I mean, I have a super strong immune system, and I'm telling you what, that vaccine kicked my butt. So people that say, "Oh, I have a strong immune system," I don't want to fucking hear it. I get sick like 2 times in 15 years. That's my average right now. I don't want to fucking hear it. Just go get vaccinated. I don't ever get sick. I don't ever get a cold. I don't ever get the flu. But by God, that second shot fucking for 3 days, I felt like fucking crap. I thought I felt like body ache, flu shit. I had no fucking energy. I just felt like, ugh.
All right, I want to talk about this. Going along with that. So there is an allergist on Twitter who was saying that they get referrals all the time from people who have allergies to vaccines because they need to be cleared before they can get the shot. But most people are still able to get the shot even if they have vaccine allergies. You just need to be referred to an allergist, and the allergist can monitor you and make sure that like they're doing it appropriately. So don't use allergies as an excuse to not get vaccinated. Use that as an excuse to go get a referral to an allergist, and then the allergist will probably still tell you to get vaccinated.
Yep. So
there you go. No excuse.
And there are like clinics that are run by hospitals where you can go and get vaccinated, and they will sit there and they make you sit there for like 15, 20 minutes before you're allowed to walk away. They check you over. If you feel anything weird, you're going to know within 50. That's why they make you wait 15 minutes. And then you're at a fucking hospital that's doing the back. They're going to take care of you. You're going to be fine. You know, I have patients calling in and saying that shit all the time. Oh, I have allergies. I have asthma. Well, that's even a better reason to go get it.
Yeah, go get a referral to an allergist.
Anything
and then go
that
get the
messes
vaccine
with your lungs, if you have any issue with your lung, one of the reasons I went and got mine, I'll tell you why. Because I'm the bottom lobe of my lung, like the last eighth to a quarter of it, is just scar tissue. Do you think I want to fuck up my right lung?
You know what you should be doing if you really do have medical reasons to not get the vaccine. You should not be going out in public because you're too sick to get COVID. So
yeah, you better be locking your ass up at home and staying.
You better be quarantined.
And that's what I said. You don't have to get vaccinated. Don't leave your house though and infringe on everybody else's freedoms. Like freedom to go to the store when they want.
So like you can have your excuses,
you won't get vaccinated, right?
It's like when you're a kid and it's like if you like, yes, I guess using children as an example, like if they don't want to do class because they're too sick, like they don't want to go to school because they're sick, but then they're fine playing with their friends. It's like that. Like if you're actually sick, you're not going to be going out playing with your friends. You're going to be at home being sick. So if you're going to miss school, you're also going to miss playing with your friends. Like same thing with COVID. Like if you're going to miss the shot, then you got to go miss playing with your friends. So are you like, is that excuse good enough for you to miss playing with your friends, or are you just using it as an excuse to not go to school?
Right. Well, that's like we got people trying to get shit. I mean, I get it. If I could work from home all the time, sure, that would be great. Who wouldn't want to just get up and like just put on a decent shirt and sit around in your underwear all day and fucking get paid for it? You know, nobody wants the drive, the gas money, the traffic, the hassle, the ball. I get it. But these people are like, oh, I want a letter to work from home. Oh, why? Oh, well, I have Hashimoto's disease. What the fuck's that got to do with COVID? It's a fucking thyroid disease. Shut the fuck up. Go to work.
I will stutter as much as I want.
Go to work. Anyways.
I took them shots, and they did not drop me. I took them shots, no drop. I felt no side effects.
You didn't get any side effects, you said?
Most people experience
no side effects whatsoever. And I was shocked. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, most people do not experience any side effects.
It's true. It's true. And they actually say that there's a large percentage of the ones that do probably already had COVID at some point.
And I would wager, I would love to be able to do a study on it. A nice double-blind study. I would wager that the majority of people who complain of a side effect, that it's all psychosomatic.
Probably it's all in their head. Who knows?
I said, what? I could get paid for this?
When you say all in the head, that gives it a negative impression that it's all made up. No, psychosomatic is a very powerful thing that the brain and body can work together and do. It's also it's also beneficial in the placebo effect.
To an extent, but think about the fact too that a lot of the side effects are normal immune responses, which the vaccine is designed to do. Yeah. So a lot of those, I would argue, are not psychosomatic. They're just the immune response to the vaccine, which is expected.
Yeah.
Like getting a fever and swollen lymph nodes after the shot is absolutely expected, and I wouldn't say that that's psychosomatic.
No, that I wouldn't. That's why I say I'd like to do a study on it, because there are many things that do happen that are going to be legitimate reactions to it. But I know how wimpy Americans can be, and and talking themselves into all kinds of things that just aren't real.
Yeah, like I spiked a fever. It's a sweet spiked a fever.
Ben, what is your retort? I have a retort for this myself, but I want to hear yours because you know way more than I do. Would you like
here's my thing with some immune disorders. It can be a reason to not get vaccinated, but that is not a determination for you to make on your own. If you have a concern, you need to talk to a specialist who can make that determination with you. Because there are a lot of immune conditions where you can still get the vaccine that are not contraindications, but people are taking this as, oh, I fit into the immune disorder category, so I'm just not going to get it. And that's not how you should handle it. You should go to a specialist. You should go to a specialist, and the specialist can either confirm and say, yeah, you know what, you shouldn't get the vaccine. Or, no, you know what, we can manage this, and I'll monitor you and make sure that it goes okay for you. But you shouldn't take it into your own hands. That should just mean you need extra attention when you get the vaccine.
Right. We have this question all the time at work. And then I'm going to bring up the other thing that Holy Spackle said. We have get this question all the time at work. People are like, I don't want to get it. I have a compromised immune system. So I started out by just texting the doctors, because they call, we give them messages attached to their chart. They can look at the message, check their chart, blah, blah, blah. So I started messaging them saying, oh, this person, blah, blah, this person. And they kept answering me the same thing. So I started saying, okay, so you do realize that you being immunocompromised is exactly why you should get the vaccine. But I'm afraid, but if you get let's say you get the vaccine and you have a bad thing and you're sick for a couple weeks and the doctors take care of you, might end up in the hospital. Okay, fine. But you're going to come out of there. Without the vaccine and you're immunocompromised, you're not coming back out of the hospital probably. So it depends on when you catch it. We had a patient today that went and got 2 rapid tests and a PCR within 3 days of each other because they were like freaking out, right? Oh, I think I have COVID. They all came back negative. They got sicker. They went to the ER. Guess what? They have COVID. Not all tests are exact, and you can't just because you think you're not going to, and they're vaccinated and they got COVID. And the doctors told her, you've probably had it before you ever got vaccinated, didn't even know it, because I guess that's what that doctor's seeing in his ER. But the point is that being immunocompromised, and they're actually people that are severely immunocompromised and organ transplant ease and all this stuff, they're telling them to go get, those are the ones that are getting the boosters right now.
Can you go to Holy Spackle's next comment? I did not say that you should automatically get it. And I'm not saying that everyone should. Let me repeat. No, not that one, though. That one that just got recently.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I wanted to.
But let me repeat.
Okay, I'll go down.
That is why you should talk to a specialist. Do not just say that you have an autoimmune condition, therefore I shouldn't get it. Again, you might have a valid reason to not get the vaccine, but you should get that confirmed that you have a contraindication and not just guess that you have a contraindication. Because these experts know what they're talking about.
Yeah, and if you have an if you're immunocompromised or immunosuppressed, you should already have a specialist for that, and that's the guy you want to go see.
And then, can you go to
or whoever
PDX?
Hold on, I want to address this first.
Okay,
I want to address this first. Holy Spackle, this is what you do. You get a hold of your large local hospital, wherever the fuck you live, because I damned if I can remember right now. I don't even know if you've ever told me. Go to call around and find out. I would even try calling the doctor's offices, because like my doctor's office, we know where ours are. There are what they call long hauler clinics, and they specifically treat people who had COVID, have ongoing symptoms, and can't get rid of them, but no longer have COVID. There is help for that. And if you tell me if you're in the region I am, I bet you I can tell you a hospital or a city to check in about 2 minutes if you're anywhere near me, because I know all of them already.
Can we go to PDX?
Yes.
This is like the most valid reason to be hesitant. This right here, because medicine has been absolutely awful to communities of color. Absolutely awful.
Always.
And the history is atrocious.
Yes.
So it is 100% reasonable for anyone of color to be hesitant about agreeing with the medical community, to be hesitant to seek help from them, because, yeah, it's messed up. So that's an issue that I'm not really qualified to talk about, because I don't fit into that community. There are doctors who are in those communities who are doing advocacy on those kinds of grounds. And if you want information on that, I can point them out. But I don't want to speak on behalf of people in a community that I'm not part of.
Well, I think we could let Divine take that away if they wanted to.
Oh, Jesus. I mean...
Oh, that's a big, deep one.
You're putting me on the spot right now. What the fuck?
No, it's all cool. You don't
put that
say
comment back up.
Which one?
The one that you just took down.
Oh, it says, I agree, Ben, but I was addressing people saying it's not a thing. No, it absolutely is a thing.
There you go. Yeah, I agree with that, Holy Spackle.
I mean, when it comes to minorities and getting health treatment, it is a bitch. I've suffered that firsthand myself. Sometimes it really depends. It all comes down to, I guess, I would say luck, but also the facilities you go to. And sometimes if you go to a better neighborhood, you get better treatment, but more money. I don't know. It's very hard for me to talk about, just because it's something I've never really thought about, really, but it's been like on the back of my mind. So yeah, I have experienced that shit before.
Yeah. See what else we got here. Yeah, so Holy Spackle, check your Twitter. I just sent you a DM. A question and a link in case you wanted to come in.
There you go.
Yeah, they just expanded that. What's the age range they're not vaccinating right now? I can't remember what that is. What's it, like 6 to 12 or something like that? Does anybody know?
What? Wait, for what?
Not the kids they're not vaccinating yet, because Maynard was saying that he's got
12.
Yeah, he said he's got my teenage girls got their second shot tomorrow. Wish I could get my 6-year-old vaccinated.
I think from
under 16 for FDA. Yeah, right. Yeah, 12 and under. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I didn't know if it was what they were doing with like little kids yet, or if they did. Well, just check your DMs and answer me. I might be able to help you. But I have some information. Okay. I'll look into that. I'll look into it tomorrow. I'll check it for you, see what I can find out. I have some universities and stuff I can call. Matter of fact, University of Colorado has a long hauler clinic, a couple of them in Colorado. We have like 3 here. There's a couple in Iowa. And they call them extended care COVID facilities, I believe is what they call them. So if you guys look up extended care COVID facilities, you might be able to find. They don't call them long haulers clinics. That's what they officially call them. The nickname is long hauler clinic. Love you too, Julie. Have a good night. Yeah, so I'll look into it. I'll find out for you, HS. That's no problem. If anybody has any problems finding stuff like that, let me know. I got
He's got the resources.
I got some inside information because I work in a doctor's office. So
yeah, because I'm not outpatient right now, so I don't have any of those good resources.
You will soon.
I've only been inpatient so far. So
yeah, you will soon.
I don't actually go to outpatient until my first one is in December, like November, December, but that's also sports med, so that's geared a bit different. But
yeah. I'm trying something right now. So you got me started on it. Now I got distracted. Damn it, holy spackle.
Spackle.
I got different ways I can search to find shit. Anyways, you guys don't stop talking. You don't need to wait on me. You're all intelligent people.
So it is. I don't care if it's still technically August. It is the beginning of spoopy season, and I'm coming alive.
Of what?
Spoopy.
Is that like Halloween?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like spooky, but more fun to say. Spoopy.
First time I heard it.
Spoopy season. Because the pumpkin spice lattes are already out, so
it sounds like you're wallowing in diarrhea.
Yes. I do want my PSL because I'm a basic gay. There we go.
Nah. I haven't had a latte in some months. God damn it.
Spoopy.
I
need to get skeletons. Like I want to get like one of those giant like skeletons that you hang in your window, but just to have, because my channel is Student Dr. Ben. I should have a skeleton in the background, but like the models you get for classrooms are really expensive. So I'm just gonna get a Halloween one that you hang in your window and put it in my background.
There you go.
Because it's like $40 versus like $100-something
or
$200
for a small one.
Because like I don't need to move each bone individually. I just want a skeleton that looks cool. And I can do that. Because I kind of want to put scrubs on it or something and like keep it in my background, have my little buddy.
I mean, you are a med student and you don't have a skull buddy? God damn it.
I could have a skull too, like hold it in my hand.
Wherever I go, he stays in my closet, my skeleton buddy. My skeleton buddy. No, we don't do that anymore, do we, Ben?
No.
Nope.
Oh,
no more
skeletons are out of the closet. They're out of the closet.
Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Dr. Deb asked me the other day, she goes, hey, B, could you go in the closet and get me? I said, I love you. I'm not going back in the closet for you. And she's like, no. I need some syringes. 15 ml. I'm like, all right, I got it. It was funny.
That's weird in my train of thought, because when people ask me, were you ever in the closet? I'm like, how could I? I never even was in there, because I've always accepted who I was. I'm bisexual, by the way, for those. I'm disclosing it now because I'm not ashamed of it. Fuck it. But it's like, how can you be in the closet when you're not ashamed of who you are? I was never in it.
Right.
That's just my.
Maybe you should slide into my DMs. No, I'm just playing. You do have a great voice, though. By the way, you have a very sexy voice. I just want to say that.
Thank you. Oh, now you're making me blush right now.
It's my gig. It's what I do.
Oh,
it's a trademark.
Damn it!
It's a Madsen thing. We do that.
Oh well, there you go.
Huh. I will find this out. You watch. Aortic Dissection Awareness Month. Get ready to be annoyed with my awareness tweeting. Swede, do you want to come up and talk healthcare shit?
Come hang out.
Unless you, I mean, you don't have to. We can just bullshit too. But
I didn't
welcome to come
hear
up.
that you were talking to Swede, and as soon as you said aortic dissection, that's first thing that came to mind was Swede.
Yeah. Real talk. Divine, do you know Swede?
Yeah, first time I'm meeting you all. So
okay, so Swede had an aortic dissection, and he can hear his valve opening and closing, and his heart it ticks. Yeah, and for the first few weeks, it drove him crazy. He was having trouble sleeping because there was like a constant ticking. It's like having a fucking clock like under your skin. Click, click, click. You know, fuck. So he actually, when he first came home from it, and he was feeling up to being back online, we got him to take his microphone and put it against his chest, and you could hear the valve clicking. Like he didn't even have to put it all the way up against his chest, and it picked it up. Still drives me nuts. Oh, I bet it does, buddy. But you know what? You are fucking alive, and we are happy. So,
what valve did they replace?
Well, he said an aortic dissection. I think it was his main. I think it was the off of wherever the aortic artery goes in, I believe is where it is. Yeah, aorta. I don't know that much about cardio. Don't ask me. I can't think of the way the heart's laid out right now for some reason. God,
I wasn't
it might
paying
be the
attention
pot
for a second.
Oh, the where does the aorta come around and go into? I know it's on the top, but where does that go into?
The left atrium.
The left atrium. Okay, so that's the one he had. Yeah, so they like cut his shit up and like took the valve out and stitched it back together and shit.
Yeah, aortic valves calcify really easily.
That's scary shit. Valves and stuff. Yeah, that's right. That's how I said it, HS. Fucking high degree over here, man. That's right. Learned it all on the streets.
Do they still do those replacements with pig valves?
I think some do.
I think that would depend on the condition of the heart and the artery itself. I think that's what that depends on.
It depends on a lot of things. Because there are a lot of advantages and disadvantages for each, because certain types of valves are like more likely to last longer or more likely to be rejected and things. And there's a lot that goes into play with a bio valve versus like a mechanical valve.
Yeah.
I'm also not a surgeon and never will be a surgeon.
They got to learn to grow that shit.
Sweet, he said he had an option for a cow valve. But anyways, I just sent him a link. Come on in, Sweet. We'll talk about it.
Sweet.
It is definitely some interesting shit. Yeah, valves and stuff.
He was afraid he'd have to spend his life getting milked.
Well, I mean, that depends on whether... Never mind. Never mind. I ain't saying shit. Ain't no guy gonna be like, man, I don't want to spend my life getting milked. I mean, after a while, you may need a break. You know, your skin would get irritated, but still.
Hey, Tweed, how you doing?
Still alive. One gallbladder, and
you can live without that.
Apparently, it had fully crystallized or something.
Oh yeah, you can definitely live without that.
Yeah, no, that's not a big deal. They take those out all the time. They do that laparoscopic. They go in.
I have 4 holes on the top and 1 in my belly button.
Oh, okay, that's more than I remember them.
You can live without a gallbladder. You can live without your appendix. You can live without your spleen.
See,
you know, it's like, why do we have all these extra parts? Why don't we just take them out?
Because
the appendix is where it stores all the gut bacteria that when you like take antibiotics and stuff and it flushes your system through, your appendix actually protects.
Your appendix has some lymphatic function. And your gallbladder, like all these organs have really good functions, really important functions, and you do have some deficits without them. They're just deficits that you can manage.
Maybe that's why I'm like so healthy and awesome. Only thing I'm missing is one kidney, and you're fine with that. I have my appendix, I got my tonsils, I got everything else. Missing a couple teeth, but you know, I got fake ones. We're good.
But yeah, that was
Yes.
the option I had. The doctor walked in and said, "Do you want to see me again in 10 years?" I said, "No." And he goes, "Okay, well, then your option's the mechanical valve, because if we give you a pig or a cow, you'll be back in 10 years."
Yep.
So you have it.
No shit, really?
Yep.
Oh, I would take the mechanical too.
Yep.
But
Aortic valves need to be replaced.
But yet the
more
cow or
frequently than
pig
other
one you
valves.
wouldn't hear.
Yeah.
So there's the
Yeah, I would have picked the other because I'm probably not going to be alive in 10 years anyway.
Nah.
But the mechanical valve has some very specific disadvantages in that I have to be on warfarin the rest of my life.
Yep.
And it ticks in your ear.
Yep.
So having your gallbladder out has some complications when you're on warfarin. So I had to go on a heparin drip to bridge myself so that I could take me off of that 4 hours before surgery, and then go back right on it, and then give myself Lovenox shots after while I bridged myself to get back up to a therapeutic. So I mean, it's just because a gallbladder surgery is just a laparoscopic and simple procedure for people like me, it's no longer simple.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Yep.
Well, fun.
The chat.
Sweet.
The chat's
How many body parts do we have left?
Well,
inside. I mean, we see your arms and legs. We know.
I make the joke that I'm like the Adeptus Mechanicus, that I'm just shedding my flesh because it's weak.
And soon you're just gonna be all metal inside.
Yes.
Yep.
Would it be cool? Like, could you imagine? Like, let's say 2,000 years from now, all this shit's gone. Everything, all this shit. Couple more thousand years later, the Earth regrows. You know, people start coming. I don't know. Somebody inhabits this, and they find like a skeleton with a little piece of metal, and they'll be like, "What the fuck?" Because they're like cavemen. You know, they're aliens.
What's this butterfly valve thing doing?
They're aliens.
I'm sure. It's made out of titanium, so that thing will last for.
They dig up somebody with dentures. You know, that's plastic. That's going to last a long damn time too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get your gallbladder out, you got to watch fatty food, right? Yeah.
See, chat though about the milking.
I know. There's said for people with a prostate. I mean, I've heard.
There's a picture, like a comic I saw somebody shared on Facebook, and it made me laugh way too hard. It was like something about like a goat that gives the other farm animals its milk, and then it's like, this goat's a male. He's an asshole. It's just like yeah.
I've had like city people say, "Look at that cow over there," and I'm like, "You should go milk it." What? You should go milk it.
You only got one udder.
I don't know how to milk a cow. Come here, I'll show you. Come here. See, there's only one thing. That's a bull. Go ahead and go milk it. Oh, well, fuck that. Well, yeah. You might.
Yeah, like there's
It's pretty obvious. It's not even like they have clothes on or fur.
Some vegan on the internet at one point was like criticizing a yogurt company because they only put like female names on the side of the yogurt for where the milk came from. And someone was like, I'm pretty sure yogurt from a bull just wouldn't taste quite right.
Why is there always? I do remember that.
Yeah.
That went around for like a week. Everybody's like, there's only a girl's name on the milk.
Yeah.
Do you want your milk from a
Are you serious?
male?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spackle, after your gallbladder's out, your body will readjust and produce whatever it needs to if you get back to your diet. So I can have red meat. I just can't have just full on fatty whatever. So
you're still going to release bile. It's just going to be a continuous release instead of like you're not really going to store a lot of it.
Yeah.
So it's just like amounts and stuff.
Sorry. Jenny, what were you trying to say?
I have no idea.
Damn it, Swede. You fucked up. It was probably funny, too. Damn. You got to take those rare moments from Jenny. When she's quiet for a while and then pops off with something, it's always it's either very informative and you're like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. Or it's hilarious. Like, you got to give her space so she'll lose it. This yogurt's a bit bleachy. Shut up, Tubian. Oh, get him, Nathaniel. Get him. No, I used to be a Steelers fan. I can't talk shit.
No.
We're we were kids and we were picking teams, and my brother, one of them was like, "Oh, I like the Dallas Cowboys," and everyone said, "Oh, the Dolphins look cool," and I said, and the next one they showed was the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I said, "I like them." I was like 5, so then I stuck to it for years. I didn't stop watching them until I was almost 30, and my ex-husband, who I was with at the time, realized that every time I watched them, they lost. So for the team, I stopped watching them. It literally, I'm telling you, every game I watched for like 3 years, they lost.
Yeah, so. My uncle worked for an investment management company where they managed the Rooney family fortune. So that's my connection to the Steelers. And so I just kind of picked Pittsburgh as the pro sports town. It's really easy because every sports team there has the same colors.
It is. You can just wear those 2 colors and you've got the whole spectrum covered.
The Pirates and the Steelers. It's all the same.
Penguins, Pirates,
Steelers. It's real easy in Green Bay too. Everybody's got the same colors.
Yeah, but they only have one team.
Yeah, and it's the best on the planet.
Who did you say?
Always has been, always will be. I'm sorry.
Who, Jenny?
The Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Fudge Packers.
Oh.
No, they didn't pack fudge. They cut things up, made them
maybe they did, but if they're playing the game right, who cares?
It's stuffed in boxes.
if that's helping them better on the field, let them fuck each other. I don't care. It's all about the game. I don't give a fuck what they do in the locker room.
I think Aaron Rodgers has the right opinion on him. He wants out.
The pipeline punch.
Well, Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he's a great fucking quarterback, and I think he's mostly a very cool guy. But he's expecting this capitalist organization to, kind of adopt these California kind of attitudes, which are not necessarily bad, but it's just not going to happen. It's just not. He's not realistic about it. He's a pie in the sky kind of kid, and he is just a kid.
No, he wants them to draft wide receivers. Their general manager and their draft board just sucks.
Oh God, here we go. We started a fucking football discussion.
All right, let's stop football.
No, I don't care. You guys can talk about whatever you want.
No.
I just don't have anything to say, but go ahead, enjoy it.
Oh, I'm done.
Oh, well, look who it is. How are you, Miss Rachel?
Oh my.
How are you? You haven't emailed me back in 2 days. I'm very offended. No, I'm kidding. I don't get offended like that. 2 days. Fell off the face of the earth. Hey, you know what? Only real men who are decent people and not misogynist assholes can wear pink and get away with it. Fact, Ox.
I'm going to really burn Nathaniel's ears with this one. But yeah, Creighton has the pink out game where the men's team wears, instead of blue, all their jerseys and shoes and everything are all pink.
Do they do that during Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
They do it February.
Because that makes sense.
The Coaches versus Cancer Month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Bears do that too, but it's actually only with their underwear in private. It's never mind.
Hectic week. I get it. I was dog sitting over the weekend, so I was kind of bored. Just because you're not at your own house.
I was a bachelor party, so I was in a different mood.
Nothing wrong with that.
Uh-huh.
They're pretty much fun no matter what. A group of friends hanging out and drinking together. Okay. Even if you don't drink, it's still fun.
Well,
it's just like all your buddies
That's what made it exciting.
What's that?
Strippers made it exciting.
Oh, yeah. Strippers are always helpful. Yeah. I'm okay with that. Yeah. It's always nice when secular folks talk about sports. Also, Scott Frost doesn't deserve the second T in his name. Shitty person and coach.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Could be Ku Klux Kirk.
Yep. yes, Ox. We need a campfire. That's what we need. There we go. We got a grill in the background. Is that helpful, guys?
First of all, I missed some things because I had to pee, but I need to say, let's go Packers.
It's go Packers.
I'm from Wisconsin, so my parents sound like that sometimes.
That's hilarious. I forgot you were from Wisconsin.
I'm from Wisconsin for a long time, and none of my family sounds like that.
Well, I think it depends on what part you're
at.
If you're in the southern, it's not the farther north you go, the stronger that.
Minnesota
is the same way.
We're from Madison, though, so.
If you go,
I exaggerate a little bit because it's funnier that way.
My sister's lived in Holman and La Crosse for the last 20 years or so, and she sounds like she's from North Dakota.
You know?
Don't you know?
Don't you know?
I spent 60 years in
Rachel, you're a Steelers fan? I didn't know that. One more gold star for you, lady. One more gold star.
I was gonna say something, but I did want to. This was just reporting from my own life that I wanted to mention. So I started my new rotation today, and I was treated like an adult man by all my co-students and by the residents.
Fuck up! It was the tie, wasn't it?
The tie does it for me. But
you look good in that tie. People can't sport a bow tie, but Ben can sport a fucking bow tie. It's fucking great. I saw a guy today. I went into the Workforce Solution unemployment place because we're trying to stop this claim from this lady who ripped off our practice. And when she got fired, before she picked up her stuff and walked out, she wiped the entire computer system. And they had to get paid to get it was like $5,000 to get the whole thing fucking redone. And so luckily our charts are virtual in a cloud. So she couldn't wipe that out, but she wiped out everything else. Anyways, so I went in there today and this guy's wearing like a tweed, light beige-ish, tannish jacket and a dark bow tie and a white shirt. And there was a little bit of gray in a little bit of tan that matched the jacket and the bow tie. Mm-hmm. And he had greased over hair. And I swear to God, all I could think was, hello, 1945. I mean, I don't know what year those were popular, but that's he looked exactly like somebody.
That's awesome.
He time traveled to this dimension to work.
That's hilarious.
It was weird. It was so weird. And I just looked at him like, what the fuck? He was the nicest guy in the world. His name was Ted. Of course, it's Ted, right?
Aww.
But it just felt so good to be one of the guys today. To just be one of the guys, to not have people look at you weirdly and be like, oh, that's a trans person, or think that you're a child or something. It was just nice.
Well, it's because you're not at the Catholic hospital anymore, bro.
Yeah. Oh, this hospital has people's preferred, the patient's preferred pronouns in the system, right under their name.
We have some specialists we send people to, and they send us shit to fill out for them or whatever to start the process, and we have to give the rest of the patient or the doctor or whatever. So we start filling it out for them, and they ask it on there, and we're all like, "Oh, that's fucking amazing," you know, They haven't said anything about trans yet, but but they put, one of them had male, female, non-binary, or other. And I was really fucking impressed. I was like, I fucking love you guys.
I love secular places.
And actually,
places are great.
My bosses said to me, call Amazing Charts and tell them we want a tab where it says male and female. We want an extra dot that says, either non-binary or trans, so I told them I want another dot that you can click that says other, and then you can write something in after it. And so they haven't done it yet, but I'm going to just keep bugging about it every week until they fucking do it for us.
The Catholic Health Initiatives, they have full on, they ask what your preferreds are, what you were born at, or what you were assigned at birth as. And then they also go on to explain to you exactly who they will share that, because there are certain personnel in the hospital that need to know other than your preferred pronouns.
Right.
Yeah.
Such as a surgeon.
The hospital I go to also asks all those questions and keeps it in the chart, not right out in front, but anybody can access it and then know. Unless there's some physiotherapist that likes to smart off and hurt people, then they get fired.
Catnip, come join us.
Yeah, Catnip, come in. I can give you a link.
Oh, guys, I gotta head out. I gotta do some stuff. So I thank you guys for letting me in.
Thanks for stopping in.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So Divine, I don't just so you know, yes, you are like I said before, you're always welcome here. I think you're brilliant, and I enjoy talking to you. And so I do open mics every Monday at 9:45 Eastern, and then every Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern. So you're welcome to jump in. Just let me know, and shoot me a DM that you want in, and I'll send you a link. Okay.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Nice
it's great
night.
talking to you. Have a nice night. It's nice to meet new people that are fucking brilliant and activists, and it's great. Little one to bed. Yeah, you got to do that parenting thing.
I wonder if Divine knows the history of that name.
I don't know. Maybe chose it for some reason.
I'll have to ask next time.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be back at some point. Good peeps. Yeah, Catnip came in last week and bullshitted with us for a little while. I'm not brilliant, but I'm fun. You are also welcome, Sir Little Wolf. I've seen you everywhere. You're absolutely welcome on here. I don't think I have you on Twitter, though, so you'd have to find me and message me, but my DMs aren't blocked or anything like that, I don't think.
I broke my thumbnail today. And I am absolutely
girl problems.
Brokenhearted about it.
I'm sorry, honey.
I have these near indestructible thumbnails, and when they break, they shatter, and I can feel it all the way up my arm to my elbow.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, they snap when they break.
Wow, ow!
And I can use them as knives and things. I open up boxes with my thumbs. If I sharpen the nail, it becomes a very nasty weapon.
Oh, hey, Ben, guess what I came across today?
What?
Speaking of bodies, and I was about to go right into like tea stuff because I was going to say, really, I'm waiting on my tea.
Did you find a dead person?
But no, check this out, man. This was awesome. There's a place in Santa Fe that, not far from where I work, that they specialize in plastic surgery for breasts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And it's a female doctor, and she's been around for years. And so I had to call them and get a fax number today for an order for a patient. And I said, hey, do you specifically do that? And they were like, well, no, we do other things, but that's what we specialize in. So that's pretty much all we do. And I was like, excellent. How long, I can't remember how long she said the practice has been around, but a long time. And
we have one of the, one of the
most
like, well-known genital surgeons in Scottsdale. She's actually trans herself.
Really?
And yeah, she does both like she does the female surgeries and the male surgeries both, but I think she's more well known for MTF surgeries.
Do you know her personally?
I do know her personally. I actually got her to speak at my school, and she's going to do 2 more talks to us. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Jenny, if you need contacts, got some.
Got it. Got the contacts. Well, that's what I'm all about. You guys know I like helping people. So if I can help Holy Spackle get into a place that's near her, she can get some treatment for that shit. And, I'll do it. Fuck, where are you, Nathaniel? Fucking lost you, dude. So what else is going on, Swede? You feeling all right from your surgery?
Yeah. I think about another week before I can pick my kids up again.
Oh, God, shit like that sucks. How long did you have to wait after your heart surgery? I mean, your valve surgery?
3 months.
Oh, well, that sucks, man. How old are your kids? I can't remember.
5 and 3.
5 and 3. I was just thinking they were little. Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
So let's see. I had surgery Saturday, and it was Tuesday was kindergarten orientation night, and Tuesday morning the PA for the surgeon came in to check up on things, and my INR hadn't gotten back, and they were like, we're just going to stay here on a heparin drip because we don't like Lovenox. And I looked at her and I said, no, I'm going home today because I will not miss tonight, and I'm not going to miss Thursday, which is his first day of kindergarten. And she looked at me and said, I'm not going to actually argue with you. And she just turned around and left. And the nurse came in and I told her the situation. She's like, all right, well, I'm going to call the floor doctor or the attending doctor for the floor. And they convinced the surgeon to give me Lovenox and send me home. So that was
hell yeah.
Don't they have those INR machines that work with just a single drop of blood?
Yeah. But, you know, they took me out. By my calculation, based on how far I came back, I wouldn't have left the hospital till that Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would have missed orientation and his first day if they had just left me there. So, I mean, I was the favorite of the nurse group because I was the easiest patient there because I was just sitting there with one IV in my arm and that was it.
Yeah.
Every about 4 hours, they had to come in and change the bag, and that was really all they had to do. So. And
you weren't arguing with them about COVID, and you weren't being an asshole.
Well, and I was an easy story to feel good about because I was on the 4th floor west at where I was is the oncology unit.
Oh,
so
yeah.
They probably have some sad stories that come through of maybe a stage 3 that they think they can get at where they don't. And so, but yeah, and then the other cool part about it is that the nurse that delivered me the news about my heart was one of the attending nurses while I was in there for my gallbladder. So she was like, yeah, we never really get to see somebody after they leave. Or, you know, find out what happened to them after we ship them out to a different hospital. And so she was like, it's good to see that you're still alive.
Yeah. You know, it's funny when I was when I did EMS, we would, you know, you drop patients off and then you don't get any reports about them.
But she was like,
I would make friends with the nurses and say, hey, next time I come by, can you let me know how they're doing? Yeah, I'll let you know.
Ben,
you know, because they respect the fact that you worked hard to get that patient in there alive, and they will let you know if they survived or not. So,
Ben, on your last comment in the private chat, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I can ask. I can see what their list looks like right now.
Okay, let me know.
But yeah, she does stuff like that.
Okay.
You say you know what? Look, I love my peeps. Like that just makes my heart jump that everybody's trying to help each other. It just makes me so happy.
Mm-hmm.
It's anarchy.
I just fucking love it.
I was asking about having teeth installed in my vagina. So
yeah,
I mean that's a good way to either I don't know, get some kink on, or maybe never have sex again, depending on maybe you'll meet a guy that likes it.
It's vengeance. Huh? Pure vengeance.
Just get some dentures and just glue them. Just glue some dentures.
No, do not do that. Do not do that. It's fucked up, dude. Just glue some dentures in there. Go ahead, motherfucker. What now? It'd be funny if a girl gets habitually raped by a guy and then she does that. Wouldn't that be hilarious?
I'm gonna make a product. I'm gonna become an entrepreneur. You ready? I'm gonna go on Shark Tank with
make a chastity belt.
Dentures.
You know, when I had my original surgery, Ben, and he was removing the packing, and doing his check. I said, did you install the teeth like I asked? And he's like, the surgeon, what?
Huh?
Like, completely had no clue what I was talking about. The nurse, on the other hand, just absolutely split a gut.
Mac, you behave in the chat. We already talking about milking. You don't need to start that shit.
Mac wants some Videntures.
You're right. Some Videntures. The Videnture Belt, brought to you by student Dr. Ben.
I'm going to go on Shark
Want to
Tank
have sex? Want to get
no.
revenge? You need... Can't even do it now. You need this. For it's only $19.99. But wait, there's more. We'll throw in free lube.
Ooh.
Oh.
Always, always.
No, it would have to be something worse. We'll throw in free salt. Yes.
We also have vampire themed.
Your Videntures.
Vampire themed Videntures with fangs on them.
Always prefer water-based silicone.
Huh?
I said always prefer water-based silicone.
Yeah.
You shouldn't use, well, you should try to use silicone based anyways. Yeah.
I need to make some more videos for Only Gloves. And I was thinking I should just get some lube, like put the gloves on and then just like rub lube in my hands.
There you go. You can name it the dentata.
Yes.
The vagintata.
You could do a review of various lubes, how long they last, how quickly they dry up, and do they get sticky at the end?
I don't need to do any. That sounds like a lot of work with my channel. I'm just gonna make the weirdest videos for my gloves channel. Just get some lube, rub it around in my glove hands, make some noise near the mic. The usual things.
You should like take them off slowly like this, like 1, 2.
I got so many new
take them
subs.
off. Yeah, I'm telling you.
I got so many new subs on Only Gloves. I was like, where'd you all come from?
Did you really? How many are you up to?
Yeah, I got like 8 new ones. Why? I only have 3 videos. I only have 3 videos of me putting on gloves.
I told you that's someone's kink. We weren't kidding, man.
I know. That's why I need to get the lube.
Fucking kinks.
That's why I need to get the lube and start. I was also thinking about just like getting different random liquids and like condiments and just like rubbing it around on my lube hand or my glove hands and like stick my finger in it. Oh yeah. Like get a mayo jar. I'm just gonna get a mayo jar and just like dip some fingers in it.
No. What's better than mayo? There's another what's that other? There's something else that you can use that looks more like cum. Oh, the vegan mayo. That's what you need to use.
The fat free.
Yeah, the fat free vegan whatever, the shit that's really thin and you
squeeze it on my fingers.
Oh, did we respond to
rub it around?
I was hoping for the Dentatalia.
Oh my God, Ben, you would do so much with that. I'm sorry, what's that, HS?
I said, have we moved on to cum? Because I thought we were speaking of Dentatalia.
We are. We were.
Well, we got into vagina dentures coming to a store near you.
I mean, I think there's some people that would really want that.
Max said, Ben, that's so gross. I'm in.
Yeah.
There's got to be someone.
In your suit. No, Tubian. Ben doesn't show anything but his hands.
You know that Jerry Falwell Jr. is into that.
Into what?
You can do a lot with hands.
Vaginal dentures.
I also had an idea.
The devil. I gotta fuck the devil.
I had an idea that I need to like put some creativity into.
Go.
But make like a perspective shot where I put the camera like inside a toilet paper roll or on the other side of a toilet paper roll. And then you can just see me sticking my finger in.
Look, that would be hilarious. You should get a pocket pussy. You should get a pocket pussy and then just stick it through one end of it so it looks like a vagina through the camera.
I mean, you can do a lot.
Or you could do a butthole. What's that? Spackle?
You could do a lot with fruit.
I can't do a lot with. Oh yeah, like papayas. Just like a papaya in my gloved hands.
grab a banana, start stroking it. I mean, people will probably get off on that. Dude, you can do so much with gloves. I never even realized it. I thought you were just going to take them off and on, but no, we're going to expand your enterprise. We are going to make sure that whatever debt is left over from med school, Ben is going to be able to pay for it. That's how what we're going to do.
We're gonna support Jenny. We're gonna fundraise for Jenny's heart stuff with
okay, yeah, let's do that.
Only gloves. It's for a good cause.
I could do you get a GoFundMe together, Ben, because I don't know. I probably will forget to do it because I'm ADHD. But if you do that, I can also like put it out on my Twitch and everything too.
Oh, Brian,
I have like a lot of like amazing freaking like lesbian connections that are gonna hate me soon. So let's use them now. No, I'm kidding. They probably won't hate me.
Apple pie, yes.
And Chevrolet. Oh, Ox, what did you send me? Oh man, what did I ask for this time?
Something
I know.
Gloves. Or vagina dentures. That might be.
I'm scared, man. I'm scared. Okay,
after what we were just talking about, this can't be good.
You know, though, like if you have vagina dentures, you need to have like anal dentures too, and you know any.
Oh my god. That's
teeth
not okay.
and a cigarette. That's what Jenny would do. She put a cigarette down there. Grab it with her teeth. Be like, how you like that? You smoke after sex? I smoke during sex.
If you can puff on that with that is intense.
During sex, I don't know. I've never looked.
Yeah, right. I know, right?
God.
That's what I've always said. Hey, do you smoke after sex? I don't know. I don't have the energy to look. What did you say, Sweet?
If you could puff a cigarette with your vaginal muscles, that's one hell of intense muscle control.
That's like Kegel to hell and back from a virgin. Yeah. Like, there's no way. That'd have to be like a virgin that did Kegels for 15 years and never had sex.
The filter would get wet and defeat the whole purpose of it.
You know, one of the most satisfying YouTube videos I ever watched was this woman just busting watermelons with her thighs. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And why am I so satisfied by watching this?
That is hilarious.
This is so fucked up. Where's the next one? Oh, she did that too.
That's how I felt after my first like zit popping video. It's like, why is this like satisfying to watch?
Why'd you do that to a kitty?
Oh, that's frightening.
It is. It's a cat's face on a freaking shark.
That reminds me of that Sleepy Hollow Christopher Walken, how he filed down his teeth and he shows his teeth and it's like these weird daggers.
Nice. Yeah, well, you know, that's true, Nathaniel. Maybe we're not having sex. I mean, I have sex all the time. It's just like, you know, solo.
You must not be married. Haha, bazing.
What did you say? Bust not what?
I said you must not be married. Bazing.
Good point. No, I'm not married. Don't know if I would ever get married again.
That's one thing that I always laugh at is like, you know, when you're growing up, you think, oh, you know, the single people are all out having sex and everything else. And it's like, no, it's actually the opposite. The married people are all out having sex and the single people are out trying to find it, but never can. It's quite the opposite of what you feel like it is.
Yeah, if I had a nickel for every religious leader I've known in my life that had an affair,
you'd probably be able to pay for Harvard.
Probably. Okay, Ben, why the barbecue?
Oh, because I got grilled on my rotation.
Oh, they asked you all the questions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All the questions.
Lots of questions.
For everyone's mental stability, never Google evil pussy. My God.
Why did you do that?
It's like blue waffle. You just don't Google it.
Put pussy.
Mac said he has at least occasional sex and he's married. Wait a minute, Mac, how long have you been married? I can't remember.
No,
It's
Mac,
important.
that's exactly what I was saying, was that married people have way more sex than people give them credit for, and single people have way less than, young people usually think.
And some of us never, ever.
Never ever have it, or never ever think?
Both.
I try not to think. It hurts.
Shut up, Swede. No vegan. 21 years, Mac, and you guys still have sex? Well, that just destroyed what I was going to say. I was going to say, well, if it's the first 5 years, you can't really say anything. But if you're a 20, still love her madly. See, that's good shit. I like that. Yeah, I remember you telling me that you guys have still a really, really strong relationship. That's amazing. And from all of us that don't, fuck you. Anyways, moving on.
My wife and I are going on 11 years.
I will be at 20 years this September.
Medical school and I have been going strong.
She's
for
a fickle mistress.
2 years. On my third year now. Yeah, it's going great. Great relationship. Kind of abusive at times, but.
And I'm
a fickle mistress.
I hear it pays off.
Yeah. Yeah, supposedly someday it'll do that.
And I'm a 67-year-old virgin who's taking offers.
Wait, what? Sorry.
Oh, you missed the earlier conversation about virginity.
I am a born again virgin.
Pretty much.
Sorry, I just got lucky. It's okay, Mac. We're happy for you. I'm just playing around. I'm glad somebody's found some, solid stability shit going on.
Yeah,
I'm not sure not sure if I've found that yet. I don't know. Maybe one day. Never know. It might be right there in front of me. I don't know.
Maybe you're looking for love in all the wrong places.
Looking for, or you could do it like Eddie Murphy did. Looking for nub.
Yeah.
In all the wrong places. Looking for nub in too many faces. Yeah. What's funny is my brother can do that voice really well. Well, he could when we were kids. He did anything Eddie Murphy he could do. Shove it, Ox. I wish the rest of you had. Shoved it? I'm confused. I am confused.
No, I wish the rest of you had. Oh, wait. Never mind. I thought I had understood it.
Well, also, real quick, I want to throw this out there because I just thought of something. Ben and Jenny, there are plenty of virtual consultations that are not in person these days. So discussing things with someone over the phone or video call or something is absolutely possible.
This is complicated though as well.
It needs to be a hands-on.
No.
Yeah.
I meant just for the initial conversation instead of having to be there, then set things up, work on appointments, and then when you need to be there.
Yeah.
A conversation is easier to do. It's easy to do on the phone these days. Everybody has everything set up for that because of COVID. So, married 26 years, still madly in love. Aw, Von Reck. Okay, I won't flirt with you
Stop
anymore.
being cute, all you people.
I know.
It's disgusting.
I'll stop flirting with you. Fine. No, I'm kidding.
Spackle, I sent you a private chat there.
I love my brother, but sometimes he's technologically challenged. He want me to grab. So what he does is because he doesn't have a credit card or ID or anything, he always gives me money, and then he's like, "Hey, buy this for me," right? So I have the money, and he was like, "I need this and this and this," and I was like, "Well, what about this and this? I need clarification." So he put it in his cart and sent it to me. You know what I got? Nothing. because it's in his card on his device. It doesn't work like that. So I was like, no, dude, you gotta do that again.
I was really sheltered and evangelical, and I believe that you were supposed to wait until marriage to be a virgin, and I was a virgin until 21. Does that count as something?
To your 21. I want to say
my friends were like, I lost it at 16. I was like, oh, okay.
Technically, I lost my virginity at 16, but being that it lasted like 2 minutes and he was very small, I don't count that. So I lost my virginity at 18. Because it was nothing to lose with anything. I mean, like, I don't even know. I was like,
did you not know if you made
God,
it
I am so gay. Or this just sucks and I'm gay. No, I knew. I knew. It was actually just a friend of mine, and we got really fucking drunk at this party, and all these couples, like everybody else came in couples because we were in fucking high school, right? So everybody else came in couples, and every tent we went in, because they had tents set up, and it was like an intentional, hey, you people in this age group, come down here, and we weren't supposed to drink, but we did anyways. But it was like 16 to 22-year-olds was the age group, and they set up like these tents. Here, you guys have fun. And the park system did it. We're gonna leave you alone. Don't fucking get hurt or break anything.
Wait,
and the cops would just
tents?
like randomly drive around every so often to make sure nothing was like on fire or whatever. So we went. So they had tents there. We were all gonna crash there. Well, every fucking tent we went in was full of people fucking. And we were like, oh, dude, we got to get out of here. So we went up to a fucking cemetery, and we were just sitting there drunk as fuck. And next thing I know, we're having sex. And I'm like, this is just confirmed my gayness. This is fucking horrible.
This confirmed my gayness.
Like, I know.
Damn,
like,
what am I doing here?
Ew. Like, I don't know, comb your pubes or something. Do something down there, buddy. And then, yeah, I mean, I don't know. He was a nice guy, and he was my friend, but, we never told his girlfriend that happened.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah. I mean, it would probably be funny now, but it wouldn't have been funny back then. That would have been a riot.
I find that there's not. It seems like there's a luxury of some folks being sort of gold star, being like, like, I know what I am, and, like, this is what I do. And then there's like some folks that just have to like figure it out.
That's so rare these days. When I first came out, everybody was a gold star. And I was like, fuck. Like, I got a kid. Like, there's no way I'm going to hide that anyways. So, yeah, I felt like it was weird to me. And I came out in 2001, 20 years ago. God, oh, my God, I feel old. Hold on. Oh, my God, I'm coming for you, Elizabeth. This is it. My angina medicine. Anyways, you're a gold star ace. That's amazing, caretaker. But anyways, so then now it's like everybody I meet, they're like, no, nobody's a gold star. Like, I know this one chick on TikTok, she's a gold star. Like it's like that.
What's a gold star?
It means they've never, a woman that's a lesbian has never had sex with a man ever.
Oh, I see.
Well, see, I would have thought it would be the other way around, because most people were in the closet more often than not, right? So, like, I would have thought it had been flipped.
No, it's actually weird, because most of them had relationships. They were just secretive. Women started doing that back in the, like, I don't know, 30s or some shit. I don't even know how. That's just how long ago I know of it. It might have been before that. I mean, my grandmother in 1934 went to a drag show. She got invited in to be a judge for a beauty contest, and she walked in at the last minute with her sister, and they sat down at the table and did the whole thing. And then when they turned the lights on, she was like, oh my God, those are men. They had no idea, so, it's fucking, that was 1933. She was 16 years old, 1933.
There were a lot of celebs too that had like rumors around them. Like Doris Day had like tons of rumors.
There are 15th century paintings of lesbian relationships.
Exactly. That's my point.
Come on.
But see, those were allowed by men. That's different. Anyways, so
that's because men march around going, nothing replaces penis.
That's what I want to do. You know, and I was thinking about this whole thing because, you know, Ben and I were talking about, we were discussing this on the last live about, I think we were on Ben's Twitch, and we were discussing like that. What are you going to be now? If you transition, are you just a straight dude?
Mm-hmm.
Are you bisexual? Are you, what are you? And I was like, fuck, I don't know.
Well, so that
opens it. What if I'm a straight dude? The good thing I didn't decorate my whole house with rainbows, huh?
But attraction is like a sliding scale on its own.
No, I agree with that.
Expression, gender expression, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I might have sex with a guy if I don't have to be the bottom. I might. I don't know yet. I haven't got there yet. You know.
I'm definitely attracted to both, but I feel like I don't know what it is, but it seems like a lot of women are fluid often, where I don't know about, you know.
I disagree with that. I think if you are trans and starting your life as who you really are, then technically you are a virgin all the way around.
Yeah.
Because it's a whole different thing. It's not the same at all. It is not the same at all. Especially, well, and I'm saying if you've had bottom surgery in general, it's not that you're a virgin again. Bottom line.
Oh, I see. I thought you guys were making fun of like Christians that say they're like virgins after they pray. Like,
oh no. We were talking about
Spackle. I lost my original virginity at 21, and I was with maybe, I don't remember exactly, 10 or 12 different women.
I only laughed at you only because
excuse me, between then and 27, and then I began my transition, and I haven't had sex with anybody since then.
Really? Well,
yeah.
Fuck, Jenny.
I haven't been on stage since 1979.
Oh wow!
Well, you made a joke like last week. I didn't know you, or the week before. I didn't know you were serious.
No, I'm dead serious about that.
Oh fuck! I know, Ox. I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to the partiality that white men get. I'm excited for that because I've pretty much just been shoved down my entire life, either being just a white chick or a white lesbian. So I'm looking forward to it. I want the male privilege. I'm excited.
I want it. Give it to me.
Well, if with any luck, by then we'll have squashed it and fucked the patriarchy once and for all.
Hey, did I tell you what happened to me in the laundromat, Jenny? Oh, Holy Spackle will think this is funny too, probably. I go to the same laundromat every fucking week, unless I do laundry at my girlfriend's house, you know, but usually I go to that laundromat and I don't want to use her stuff and bug her. And I don't know, I'm too considerate. So I go spend $10 for no reason. But anyways, so I go to the same laundromat all the time. Pretty much when people are in there in laundromats, I don't know why people don't talk much. They'll talk outside while they're waiting, but while they're doing their laundry, it's like it's important work, like it's surgery, and they don't talk, you know, and they just kind of brush by each other and they don't really speak or anything. Then they go outside and sit down. They're waiting on their laundry, and then everybody's having big conversations for some reason. So I walked into a laundromat last weekend, and I went in there, and this old man was trying to find his stuff because he forgot which washer he put it in, and he walked close to me, and I kind of stepped away from him, you know, to give him room, and he was like, "Oh, excuse me, sir." I said, "No, sir, you're fine." And I was like, no one's ever said that to me before in any laundromat in my life. Never mind this one where no one talks inside. I don't know what, unless they're together, you know, no one. Like, and I'm like, oh, this is white male privilege. I'm excited. I mean, I'm really excited about it. I'm just saying. I'm gonna talk to Swede. What advantages can I get out of this? Discounts at hotels? What is it? But it was just interesting to me that happened like that, you know? Like, the guy today shakes my hand, says thank you, sir, and looks me dead in the eye, and I'm like,
if you go out for a run, you don't have to carry any personal protection devices because you're.
That's right. Nobody's gonna fuck with you. Oh, dude. Yep.
Just think, people don't have to explain your joke to you anymore. Like, that's amazing.
You'll be able to be in a conversation where there's women present, and when they say something, you just kind of look at them, and shake your head, and say, and then go back to talking to the men.
You never.
No, I would never do that.
The white privilege one. The one thing you'll never have to do, and you're already white, so you kind of already have this, but you never have to take a receipt at, any store. So you can always say, no, keep the receipt, because no one ever thinks you walking out without a receipt is a problem.
And you'll never,
unless one exception,
have to ask directions on the road again.
One exception. My brother spends almost every single day working on something. He buys brand new work clothes and he just throws out the old ones and he wears them till they're destroyed. Because he's like, I'm not wasting money. I could buy tools. I'm not going to waste money on the clothes that I'm just going to go crawl underneath the house in. So that's what he does. So sometimes I'll pick him up at the end of the day and he's covered in dirt and stuff. And he's got that long ass beard and his hat's filthy and they look funny at him. And I swear if I didn't walk out the door with him, they would probably like fucking search him. Because they look at him like, can I see your receipt, sir? Every fucking time. Because they think he's a bum. I mean, because he says it. He's like, yeah, I look homeless. I know.
I just don't know how he's not so hot underneath that beard. Like, man, that looks hot.
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know if I could ever even, I probably have the genes in me to do it since all of my brothers have big bushy ass beards like this. Like the other ones do too. They're just smaller cropped. His he lets go. He doesn't trim it or anything. But yeah, it's just kind of like with testosterone. I don't even know. I could probably go like ZZ Top like he is, but I couldn't do it. No, all that crap in your way and it's hot and I don't know, food gets stuck in it. Like I'd want it short and trimmed up and neat.
If I was a dude, I'd be really tempted to rock like that Jason Priestley kind of retro 50s sideburn thing. Like I love sideburn.
Oh yeah, no, I've already decided which one I look the best because TikTok has a blue and pink filter, which is fucked up that they do that. But anyways, it's just, I guess because people. So the pink filter puts like makeup on you, makes you look really like it slims your face and makes you kind of look more girly. And then the other one, which with my face, it didn't make it any wider, probably because it's wide enough, but it gave me like a beard, and I was like, I said it to Jenny and Ben. I almost called you Torben. And Ben, and I was like, dude, I look good like this with this short fucking full beard, man. I was like, this shit's fucking rocking.
What application does that?
It's on TikTok. It's called a
okay.
I don't think it's just on TikTok though.
Like
I'll find it for you, Jenny.
Like Snapchat has it too.
Oh yes, but Snapchats, even if you have a wide jaw like mine, it widened my jaw and I looked weird. It made me widen my jaw to a guy's jaw, but my jaw's already wide. Snapchat sucks compared to the one on TikTok.
No, I feel like I want to.
It made me look good though.
Snapchat pictures.
They want to look on TikTok and Snapchat.
Snapchat's made mine look good because my chin isn't like I don't have the square jaw, so it was nice for me.
Right?
Does it thicken your neck so it looks like you have no neck?
It does a little bit.
The Snapchat
it made me look
one,
like such, yeah. It
like
beefs you up.
But it looks stupid on me because my fucking jaw's already so wide. But it
looks dumb on you, but I don't look beefy like that. So it looks fine on me.
Because you have on me. Yeah.
Because I got the girly chin. So.
Well, we'll see it once you get facial hair. It'll be fine.
Do you guys know?
I mean, the tea will put fat here too, so it'll change my jawline.
Ben, I don't think you look particularly effeminate at all.
I mean, some people do.
Well, they're idiots.
So, yeah, they are.
Do you all know Atom, ATOM, Atheist?
I do, yes.
I really like Adam.
He's cool.
He is, since he's been on T, has squared out a lot.
Yeah, it does that. I'm only 6 weeks, so I have a lot of time ahead of me for things to change.
But
lots of time.
Atom was like, I always want to say Adam. Was not was kind of struggling with what you're complaining about, and not so much anymore.
Yeah, it just takes a long time, and it sucks because you want changes like now because it's something that you struggle with every day, but like it takes a lot of time.
I just took that off that app.
Oh, you look really serious there. Like, whoa.
I was concentrating on taking the picture. But you see, I look good with a fucking beard and a mustache. God damn it. I'm excited about it. I've looked like shit my whole fucking life. You know, badass I'm gonna look with the fucking beard and mustache. That's actually the best one I've taken yet. But it's called the pink and blue filter on TikTok. I don't know where else it is, if it's anywhere else. I don't have a clue.
Yeah, Snapchat will have something similar.
Yeah, they do. But I mean, for Ben, that would be good with, I don't know. I just my mom had a really wide jaw. She always had a very strong jaw, and everybody in my family does. Like all my brothers and sisters. My brothers have like big manly jaws, bigger than mine.
Anybody want to see what it looks like when they install the valve in a heart?
Aw, thanks, Von Rick.
I just switched my avatar.
You have pictures?
That's me in first grade after I put it through FaceApp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's how you did it?
I can't find the beard one.
Ox wants to know, Ben, if you get tea from the Irish guys, will your beard be red?
Now I feel like I need to change my avatar to a beard, but I gotta I have to reload if that's the case.
Thanks.
Well,
I can't find the beard.
When I was a kid. That's what I looked like.
I can't find the beard.
On Snapchat?
On TikTok.
Oh, it's the pink and blue. It's like a person's face split right down the middle, half red, half bluish. It's that one. That's the effect.
Okay.
You got to find it. And I just go to the recording and I act like I'm starting to record. I click on the effects on the left side, go to that, and just take a screenshot of it. That's what I just did.
I saw something weird when I used to work in the grocery store when I was younger. This guy came in and he looked kind of I don't know, maybe Hindu or something, but he had this thing where he grew his beard really long, but what he also grew was his eyebrows, and from his eyebrows they were going down his face like a whole strand, and I don't know how that's possible. Can someone explain how you can have extended eyebrows? Because I was really confused. They were hanging down.
No idea.
There are some men who grow very, very long
Do you see this,
eyebrow hairs, and I can imagine if they're long enough they could do something like
that one. Okay.
Yeah.
It was trippy.
I'm sharing my screen.
The guy could have also been somewhat hirsute, which is the growing of excessive growth of hair.
Dude, I look so stupid every time it shows me the girly shit. I look like a fucking what do you got? I look like a fucking that's them doing surgery?
That's them installing the valve into the heart.
Dang.
Whoa, how did you get a play-by-play?
Is that your
Damn.
No, that's
You
not
know
me.
what? I watched a TV show where they were doing that, and that's exactly what it looked like. They actually had it set up right, and I didn't know it. That's amazing.
What are the little string things? Are those clamps or what?
That's how they tie it into your heart and aorta.
That's the sutures for it.
Yep.
So they set them in first, and then they set the valve, and then they sew it in.
They
get all the sutures set.
There's a tube that extends out from it. It's called a Dacon graft that goes around your aorta to protect your aorta from continuing to dissect on down. My aorta will always be dissected. And so I have to actually pay attention to if I have any pain in my pelvic or my thigh region, because that's how far it went down.
Really?
So, yep.
Holy shit. Sweet. Before I introduce Nathaniel, thank you for coming. I just want to make a comment on this. Mac, just because you're a guy does not mean your testosterone levels are correct. So you could actually get that checked, have your doctor check, do some labs on you. Maybe you're not a hairy guy because it's genetic. Maybe you're not a hairy guy because your T's low. I mean, we have plenty of guys at our practice that are on testosterone, and they're big, strong-looking cis men, but their testosterone's low. So it'll actually fuck you up, and it'll actually make you feel off. And also, by the way, just because you were born a certain gender doesn't mean that your hormones align with that gender. They are formed separately in the womb. PSA for the day. Hey, Nathaniel, how you doing?
I have hair on my chest.
Because you're a manly man. Hello. No.
I don't know
because
that
you
I
have
ate
good hairy
oatmeal.
genetics.
I don't know that I ate a lot of oatmeal though. Cream of wheat. I think that's the one.
Oh my god, I ate lots of oatmeal growing up. Maybe that's why I'm so hairy. I got like peach fuzz on my face. Got hair down between my
legs.
Cream of wheat is
everywhere.
Just,
I'm fucking hairy, dude. I have like peach fuzz. Like, you know how babies are born with peach fuzz and they get a little older and it kind of disappears. They don't have as much or they grow into it. Anyways, that's what happens. And some babies have like really long hair on their bodies when they're little. Well, I was really hairy with blonde hair and it just never went away. And my body, I have blonde hair all over my fucking body except for basically around my middle. It's everywhere else on my body. I'm furry. When I get out of the shower, I get in front of a fan, I can feel the hair raise up off, but it's blonde, so it's doesn't look gross.
This is how I came from the factory. So
yes, that's what I'm saying. How I came from.
I sent you a picture.
You wait a minute. You were born with a beard.
Is it cool? I can't wait to look.
And no top hair.
Let me see.
Well, that's normal. Yeah, that's.
Oh, dude, you look awesome. Can I show everybody?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. Look at that shit. See? Look at that.
How cute.
Hey.
You are fucking handsome as fuck like that, dude. Look at you.
Got better chin than I
See, we're going to be like we're both going to grow a beard. We're going to be like the beard bros.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. Fuck yeah.
We'll see if I even can. Like, my dad can grow facial hair, but my brothers don't really. So we'll see what I get.
Ox, that is not true. If you eat untrimmed beaver, your hair does not grow any better on your face.
That's how you get trichinella.
That's just to make you feel more manly. It doesn't really make you more manly.
That's how you get
If
trichinella.
that was the case, dude, as much beaver as I've consumed in my life, I would be like way more manly than Nathaniel or Swede right now. If that was the case. And I'd have a full ass beard.
Have I convinced people I'm manly? Because achievement unlocked.
Dude.
Yep.
Shh, keep it down. Keep it on the DL. I buy them by the case. Best is the ones with hot dogs in them. You know what? I don't even know what you guys are talking about. I don't want to know. Something about Bonrek prefers meatballs. I don't know. You guys just do your thing over there. Anyway, so what's new, Nathaniel? How's the job and all that fun shit?
Launch weekend went pretty well. So that's good. There were a lot of people that wanted our new phones. And so that's always a good thing. I also ignored half of them and hid in the back. So I got paid to do that.
Right.
Pretty much make my own hours for the most part. So I just kind of hung out, looked at people, high-fived people, made fun of people, watched people on the cameras, see if they were stealing things. Basic stuff.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I've done plainclothes security and shit like that before. So I used to love it, man, walking around. Because, dude, I could pick out a thief now from a mile of fucking way. I saw this guy in Kroger the other day. This motherfucker obviously had a bottle of some kind of whiskey or liquor down in his pants. And I knew that's what he had. I could just tell by the way where he had it, where he's carrying it, the size of it, how bulky it was, how tall it was. I knew exactly what it was. And he had an Arizona iced tea, like the 99-cent ones in his hand, dollar ones. Yeah. He had one of those in his hand. Then he was trying to act like he had his hand in his pocket. He's trying to hold this shit, and then he's messing with his arm. And I was like, and he's got this can not down by his side, but obviously in front of him. Look at me buying this, right? So I was like, oh, you're so fucking stealing shit. I knew it before I even could see the bottle through his pants. So he walks up to the register, and I said to the lady I was like, ma'am, excuse me, I'm buying some alcohol. Can you come over here? And she was like, sure. So she, did the thing, ID check, blah, blah. And I said, by the way, directly behind me, and that gentleman in all black with the baggy pants, he's got a bottle of whiskey, might be Jack Daniels or Jim Beam down in his pants right now. And she was like, seriously? So she walks over there, and she just walks right up to him and goes, hey, what's that? And he hands it to her. It was Jack Daniels.
Nice.
I was like, pass the test. I still got it.
See, what you do is you pour out the iced tea, you pour the Jack Daniels, well, half and half it really, and then you put that in your pants, and then they look at you and they ask you what it is. You go, I had to pee, and they'll let you go.
No, what you do is you just go up and buy the $1 fucking goddamn Arizona tea because you just stole 2 things. At least pay for one of them. You know,
I'll throw a quarter
and then
at
and you
somebody.
could still have it full of alcohol and scan it, and they would never know and just said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was thirsty and I opened it," and they're gonna go, "Oh, okay, I'm in the high desert. Everybody's thirsty." You totally. That's actually. I never thought about that, but that I'm not a thief though. I'm bad at thieving.
Yeah, it's difficult to consider what I've seen some really ballsy thieves though. Guys just grab a TV and roll it up to the front, just wave at the. It's like a 75-inch television.
No, I know.
And
they've done it
out.
to me, and it's worse during COVID because they're not arresting the thieves unless they've already had a previous.
It's just so
so if it's a first offense, which is unless it's over $500, is a misdemeanor. Anything less than a felony, they're not arresting for right now. So these guys are just walking in and grabbing shit and just going hi and walking out the door with a cart full of shit. Not kidding you, cart full. They don't do anything to them right now.
We had people that would stand in line and they would injure themselves. They would cut their hand or something like that. And be like, "Oh man, I gotta go," and they just "Oh, I gotta go take care of this." And for whatever reason, they're so good at this, nobody would notice they're walking out with something as well.
Because they're worried about the blood.
Yeah. It's
that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, as long as
if I ever become a thief, I'm gonna call you.
It wasn't me. I don't need to cut myself. All I gotta do is just blind people.
Yeah. Me too.
Just gotta make sure that the reflection angle off the top of your head is.
Yeah. Oh, it's gotta be, right? It looks like I'm actually I'm not as bright as normal right now. I can fix that. I can definitely fix that. Let me see here. Is it this one? There, see? There. It's just woo!
Homemade SpaghettiOs. I don't think you can, if you're going to make homemade SpaghettiOs, you got to make sure that you get really watery tomato sauce. You get really cheap ass pasta that's way overcooked and then soak it in the watery tomato sauce. And then get you the cheapest, shittiest fucking vegan meat and make meatballs out of it. And you might be able to make SpaghettiOs at home.
Ooh.
You can just buy them, probably cheaper.
I just logicked my way through a kidney question, and I don't know how I got that. Actually, well, I kind of do know how I got it right because I did logic my way through it, but I'm surprised that I got it right.
I get my SpaghettiOs for $1 a can at the Dollar General.
I don't. Susan, when was the last time we had SpaghettiOs besides
You can get them we have Dollar Tree here that has frozen food and shit now. I think they all started doing that. You can get all kinds of shit for $1 now.
You know what?
My brother eats out of the Dollar Tree. He spends what does he spend? $37 a week on food.
You know what I should do? I should in Beers and Bros, because people love to watch me be a human trash can. I need to do food reviews of canned foods from the Dollar Tree.
Dude, we could totally do that. I could afford to do that with you.
Yeah.
The Dollar Tree.
Because
wait
other
a minute.
people don't
I already
want to do
have
it,
some.
but...
What do you want? Mushroom soup or cream corn?
I know. I want to go and find the weirdest things that they have that people be like, why did you buy that? That's the stuff I'm looking for from the Dollar Tree.
I'm not feeding any kind of canned or bottled fish with you, just so you know. Love
okay,
you, bro.
You don't have to do those
Not
ones.
that
I
much.
can do those ones.
I can't
because I'm a trash can and I'm not a super taster, so
I can't.
I can handle it.
Horrible. It's like
my taste buds don't work as well as yours. So.
Like strong fish to me, like strong flavored fish, is smells like almost like it's starting to rot to me.
Susan
that edge where it's just starting to rot but hasn't really rotted yet. That's pretty much what it all.
Susan will eat Five Guys in the background again,
and she'll put it in the foreground too.
You don't know. We might pick some good shit.
So good.
They have Dollar Tree corned beef hash. I'd try that with you. That might be good.
That actually sounds interesting.
But they have stuff like that, like generic stuff, and it's like some off-brand you've never heard of. But some of it's really good. Like I've bought shit and I've been like, the fuck? You know what's good? Dollar Tree sells corn chips. They are they're like the scoops, better than Fritos.
You know what I want, but I don't have
Any
the
day of
money
the week.
for?
It's probably because they are Fritos and they're just private.
No, they don't have that. They're not quite as salty. They're not over salted, and they have this like they don't. It's missing a chemical taste. I think there's a chemical they put in Fritos that this company does not have in their food because it's missing some little like
sarin gas,
tart, bitter taste to it that Fritos have. So I love those things. I'll buy like if I'm on a chip, which is one of the reasons I don't have any in my house because I will eat them all.
The vast majority of chips like that are the name brand. They're just
got arrested. Simple assault. When did that happen?
For defrauding people, he got
arrested.
Wait,
when did this happen?
Today. Date of arrest was 8:30 today.
Wait, and they arrested him for what besides simple assault? Like explain.
That's all it says. Simple assault. Oh yeah, no. There's hours and hours of.
Oh, we're not going there. Who got arrested? I can't deal with
Kyle Curtis. If you don't know who he is, you're probably better off. But yeah,
if you don't know who he is, don't worry about it. It's a big ball of drama right now. You don't want to deal with it.
Did you say
it's never not been drama with him.
Yeah.
Did you say Kyle Curtis?
Yeah, like
he's been drama ever since he's been on.
Like Steve McRae's ex buddy, Kyle Curtis.
I know Kyle from day one. Right? I've been around a couple times, you know.
He was addressed for nothing to do with what McRae did. Oh, okay. It was arrested. Okay, so it had nothing to do with the McRae shit. It was a whole separate. Okay. Anyways, I don't want to get into it. That's just drama. I can't do drama.
But anyway, there is something I do want to try, but I don't have the money for. Because I hear from the YouTubes that the best potato chip are the ones that they get in prison. And you can get them on Amazon, but they're expensive.
Oh, you know, I have heard. What are they? I can't remember the name of them.
The whole shebangs.
The whole shebangs. That's it. Yeah. Who was talking about? Was that on Neil's stream?
I was talking about on Neil's stream one time. Probably.
Oh, okay. You were talking about. Okay, I remember somebody saying
because people on YouTube, like who've been to prison, say that they're the best, and I want to try them, but they're like $12 on Amazon.
Well, I mean, I know you got an inside person now.
But I don't want to talk to him.
I'm just saying, how bad do you want to
I don't want to talk to anybody that's involved in any of that shit. I want nothing to do.
$4 a bag on
do
eBay.
Not want that drama
shit. $4 a bag on eBay.
Nope.
See, like,
some of the baked lays are pretty good, Mac. Yeah, there's one of them has like a funky taste. I don't know. Don't ask me. I
can get stuff from some people who've been to prison for like things they should have never gone to prison for, like non-violent drug-related things.
Yeah. Hey, did you guys see that? Oh my God. There's this guy on TikTok that like brings up like crimes and stuff and points it out and says, everybody needs to find this motherfucker. So this black chick was walking her dog at night and this white fucking cop comes up and starts shooing her away. You need to get out of here. And she's like, God, I'm just walking my dog. Like she has a little white, looked like maybe a terrier, Scottish terrier or something like that. Right. And she's walking the damn thing. And, he keeps like going, go at her. And she's like, Jesus. So she turns around and says like, that's it. I'm done with this. So she turns around and start recording him. He knocks her phone out of her hand and grabs her and shit. He's got her from behind. And then after he releases her, after they struggle for like 3 or 4 minutes. Now, mind you, there's a truck driver recording this, knowing this is a cop. If I do anything, I'm fucked. And I guarantee you, I bet you it was a black guy. He was afraid to get out of his truck. And then there was another truck driver across the way that was sitting there with his lights on, pointing right at them. Nobody got out and did a goddamn thing. Now, I don't know if they were scared because maybe they were black or they were just fucking dickheads that want to talk shit and not. I would have been doing something. I would have called 911 and reported it, number one. Number two, I would have, if I had a gun, I would have got the fuck out of my vehicle. I would not have, I could not. Anyway, so this whole thing went on for like 4 or 5 minutes. He had a hold of her for a good 2 to 3 minutes ish. And then after he released her, and she was like groping her and grabbing her tits and shit. And then he walked away and she walked away. Like, what the fuck?
Why do we know about this?
Because a truck driver caught it on his phone and put it all over the fucking internet. I have a feeling it's the guy. It was in Chicago, Illinois. And I have a feeling that the truck driver, because that area that he's in, that they were in, I think it was in Chicago. I might be wrong. It was a big city. But anyways, the area that they were in where all those trucks were and shit, there is a lot of black truck drivers in big cities. And I guarantee you that guy was like, I am not getting out and getting shot. I bet you that's why nobody got out of their trucks. And it was like late at night. Some of the truck drivers might have been asleep that were there, but there was one of them recording, and I knew he was in a tractor trailer as soon as I saw the video. The height of it, the dashboard, he was in a tractor trailer. Yes, yikes, holy spackle. It was really fucked up. There's this guy called Tizzience or something, Tizz, or maybe it's 1Z, Yents, and he calls out shit like that and helps people like find people that have like harassed people or whatever. Like he'll get like the whole, he's like, this guy lives in blah blah blah, this area, if you know him, report him, he did this. It's pretty cool. He's like a Joe Cool, but a white big like biker dude on TikTok instead. But good shit.
Anyway, it's 11 o'clock. I'm going to go to bed.
I was about to say I'm about done here. So
yeah, I got to get up at 4. So...
I am not giving you a link, Randy, because we're about to end it anyways. I got to end at 10, and I got to get some fucking sleep.
I don't have to get up. I don't have to.
Unlikely excuse.
Well, maybe I'll talk to you in the back room so I could eat my dinner, and then we can still talk for a little bit. But I got to eat.
Yeah, I could chat for. I still have a few more questions too, so I can hang out a little bit as well.
Okay, cool. All right, so all right, everybody on the panel, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you guys. I would say thank you to Divine and HS, but HS is in the chat still. I think Divine went to bed and said, "Fuck you guys." So I appreciate everybody that came up on the panel.
Thank you, Spackle, for being here. It was very nice to have you in.
Yeah, Holy Spackle's great. Everybody in the chat, I appreciate you guys. Good conversations, good laughs, and good community support. So thank you everybody for being you and being amazing people. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and have some peace in your life.